Never know if the sound is on. They gotta tell you if the sound is on. All right, I'm just gonna wing it. Hello over there. Here we go. Take two. Hello there, everyone. I'm Kevin, aka Toying Around. I'm a toy collector, toy photographer, and sometimes toy reviewer. And you're watching Unboxing Thursdays. I've got a huge pile of toys here, unopened toys, and this stream is a weekly push for me to unbox things so I can make space and, with the space, buy more toys. This is a weekly rap session with some of my friends in the community, and we sit down and discuss all the different aspects of this hobby. So whether you're watching live now or catching up later on your commute or trying to put your kid to sleep, don't forget to hit the thumbs up while you're watching this if you like what I'm doing here every week, and subscribe with the notifications on, and share where you can, because it all goes a long way in supporting the channel and helping it grow, and I appreciate it, so thank you very much. Last week, had an incredible episode in the chat with Josh. You know him as Prime to the First. Next week, I will be have the pleasure of having Josh Cheney from the Toy Migos podcast, They're Not Dolls podcast, with me here. And, that's another episode I'm looking forward to. All the Unboxing Thursday videos are in a playlist. You can see it on the side of your screen here or your phone, wherever. Today, my guest is a hilarious toy reviewer. You can follow him on Instagram at Sonny Plays with Toys, and on YouTube, the Sonny channel. This is Sonny. Welcome, man. Thanks for coming on.
No problem, man. Glad to be here. Well, glad to be virtually here, I guess.
Virtually
I'm
here.
Still at my house. I'm not glad to be at my house, but
glad to do just enough without having to leave your house.
There you go.
So you also collect toys. You're a toy reviewer. You have a great following with your social media. But for some of the people who are watching now, if they happen to not know you, why don't you give them a quick introduction to who Sonny is?
So I started off trying to become a Hollywood A-list actor, and I was in a movie called Idiocracy. When that bombed at the theater, I decided to change paths and got a regular job and everything. But then I started doing stand-up comedy and photography.
Okay.
And when the pandemic hit, couldn't really do a whole lot of that. So I started. I looked at some of the action figures that I had, had bought previously, and started taking photos of them. One day I got a little too buzzed and recorded a toy review video that made no sense. And, like 4 people liked it. So I was like, all right, cool. I'll do that for y'all. And then one day I did a retro Spider-Man video, and that kind of blew up beyond what I had. And people started following me and subscribing. So here I am. Although I like doing that too. So.
That's kind of why I wanted to have you on. You collect toys, but you're also you do stand-up comedy, which is very interesting to me, and you're also into photography, which a lot of people in the toy collectors are into as well. But how long ago was your acting career when it started?
So when we shot Idiocracy, it was in 2003.
Okay.
But I only got that role because my mom seen in the newspaper that they were looking for extras for a Mike Judge movie. And she was like, "Hey, fool, what are you doing this weekend?" And I was like, "Nothing." She was like, "They're looking for extras to be in a movie." So I was like, "All right, cool." So I went out to do that and took my little headshot with me. And they ended up calling me and they were like, "Hey, we got good news, we got bad news." I was like, "Okay." And they're like, "Well, bad news is you're not going to be an extra." And I was like, "Y'all called me to tell me y'all not gonna put me y'all not gonna let me be an insignificant role in your movie. Y'all called? That's pretty considerate there." And they were like, "Well, Mike Judge wants you to come in and read for a role."
That's awesome.
I was like, cool, yeah. So I went and I went to the audition. I didn't know how to do an audition. Like everybody was like dressed up in suits and ties and button-up shirts, all nice and everything. Now I went in there with like Dickies shorts and a white T-shirt straight out the bags, and I was like. I had my fresh crease down the middle. And I walked in and they were like, "Okay." They're like, "Go ahead and hit your mark." And I was like, I don't know what that means. Like I had never done anything before.
Like which one of y'all is Mark?
Like, yeah, exactly. I was like, "Is the camera dude Mark? I'll bust him in the mouth right now." But
look at me funny.
Yeah. So then they were like, "Well, that tape that's in front of you." And I was like, "You said the tape." Like, that made no sense. So I stand there. And the very first role, like the role that I auditioned for, it was just to be a background voice. Like in the movie, it's just a guy that yells from the back of the line. And so the line, they were like, okay, just say your line and then we'll kind of chat with you a bit. I was like, all right, cool. And so they were like, okay, now go. And I was like, hurry up, asshole. That was my line. And they were like, okay, all right. And then Mike Judge was in the room with us. I didn't know what he looked like.
Right. But do you know who he was?
I knew who he was. He made, Beavis and Butthead, Office Space, and King of the Hill.
Yeah.
But I didn't know what he looked like. And so I'm just in there like goofing off. And he asked me, he was like, have you ever done any acting before? I said, no. He goes, okay. They start writing stuff down. And I go, you know what? Hold on, man. That's a lie. I have done acting. He was like, oh, what did you act in? I go, I mean, if it counts, I don't know if it counts, but I was the apple in The Very Hungry Caterpillar. And yeah, that was the reaction I got from everybody. And I was like, does that not count? I was like, he was like, how old were you? I was like, 5. He goes, man, he goes, if you could do that line right now, he was like, I'd love to hear it. I was like, well, let's do it, man. And so like I walked out of the room and they were like, where do you go? And I walked back in. I go picture a big apple on my head. And I made sure I hit my mark that time. So I hit my mark and I go, on Monday, he ate through 1 apple, but he was still hungry. And like I walked off stage and he's laughing. They're all laughing, whatever. And we're just kind of joking a bit. And then he's like, all right, well, thanks for coming in. No problem. I was like, yeah, no problem. And then I walk out. And I'm like, that was a cool experience. I was like, hopefully they'll call me to be an extra for it.
Yeah.
And then they called me like 3 days later. And they were like, we got more bad news for you. And I was like, dang. I was like, why do y'all keep telling me that I didn't get stuff? That doesn't make any sense.
Stop calling me. I don't want to hear more.
Yeah. I was like, just shoot me an email. But they called me and they're like, well, bad news, you didn't get that role. And I was like, that's fine. Like, that's cool. They're like, good news is we're going to send you 6 other roles to read for because Mike Judge really wants you in his movie. He just got to figure out where he wants to put you.
Wow.
So I was like, oh, cool. And then I go to do the audition and I do all 6 roles in one day to audition for him so he could pick out which one. And he was like, cool. So they told me I was going to be the prosecutor. I'm like, oh, sweet.
Did you dress?
I don't really look like a prosecutor. But
did you dress differently this time?
No. I was like, it worked the last time. So
that's true.
So I went, and so Mike Judge wasn't there this time. He was already in LA finalizing scripts and stuff. And so I go and they picked me to be the prosecutor. So I get on set and he's all like, yeah, hey man, thanks man. He goes, I really appreciate you agreeing to take the role. I'm like, do people turn stuff down? I'm like, I don't know how movies work. Like, was I supposed to ask for a bigger trailer? I was like, I was shocked that y'all gave me a trailer to begin with. But then
that's funny. People say no? What?
Yeah, I know. I was like, what? That's a thing. And so he goes, yeah. He goes, so I just want you, the way you did it on video, just do that again for me. I was like, all right, cool. And so I'm just sitting there. And they gave me the whole script like the day before, but I didn't read it. I was just like read my part. And so I get there. I'm looking around. I'm like, man, everything looks crazy. Like it's all futuristic. And he goes, yeah. He goes, just read it like your normal self. The way you did in the audition. I like that flavor you brought. I was like, okay, cool. And then I heard Luke Wilson saying, he goes, so he was like, so Mike, so I'm the smartest person in the world. Like everybody else is stupid, right? And Mike Judge was like, yeah, so everybody else is stupid. And I was like, he just told me to be myself. But so I did that. And then Mike Judge asked me on set, he was like, hey, you having fun? I was like, yeah. He goes, you should keep entertaining people then. I was like, all right, cool.
That's cool.
So I kept trying to do the acting stuff, but I got an agent, and she was like, I'm gonna be honest, you don't have a commercial face. I was like, I don't know what that means. And she goes, I don't know anybody that would want to buy anything from you. I was like, what if it's like I'm selling guns to gang members, maybe? She was like, they don't make those commercials.
No, they don't.
But luckily I was able to get like yeah. So luckily, I was able to get like a few TV shows and stuff. But they always pulled me in. They were like, "We want you to play the gang member. We want you to play the
Oh,
drug dealer."
yeah.
And I was like, "Why? I don't get it." But so
Like, well, you showed up in the Dickies and the white tee.
yeah. But like those, so I did a few like TV shows that filmed here in Texas, and that was about it. And then my agency switched, and then I don't know what happened. So
Okay.
yeah, so I just started doing photography and stand up just to do something with my time. But
Were you already collecting toys at this time?
not real heavily. Like if I
Right.
saw something Mortal Kombat related, I'd buy it.
Okay.
And like anytime there was like special edition video games, I'd buy them. So like
Cool.
they kind of come with statues and stuff.
Yeah. Like
And then hold
hold on. I need to take a shot.
on. Yeah. No, this is not Jack Daniels for anyone
Hold on.
that's
Stop
wondering.
talking. I need to.
At work, that they pulled me into HR one time. They thought I was drinking Jack Daniels at my desk.
Oh my god.
It was awkward.
That's fun.
But yeah, no, I mean, I collected, a lot of video game type stuff, and I worked at EB Games, which became GameStop eventually.
Was it
And
EB Games down there too?
yeah, so it was Electronic Boutique or like
Yeah.
Funko Land first, and then Electronic Boutique, then EB Games, and then GameStop
Oh,
bought them all
shoot.
out. Yeah, so any like little figurines or like special edition controllers and stuff that went on sale, clearance or whatever, I'd buy it and go display it somewhere.
Okay. Yeah, that's
And
usually how it starts.
yeah, just something small like that. And then I had a kid, and for some reason I bought him Marvel Legends when he was like 1 year old because I found him at Five Below. I was like,
Oh, there
yeah.
you
I
go.
was like,
That's why.
I'm pretty sure he wants Captain America.
Yeah.
And so I bought him a few, and then I started buying up me some just because I was like, oh, this one was cool, buy this, or this was cheap, I'll buy this. And then when the pandemic hit, I started shooting them, and then I just got deeper into it. And here I am now. So
Sweet. Dude, that's really great, interesting story. We're already like 12 minutes in. We didn't even get to the toys yet. So that's awesome. Real quick, there's like 38 people here. I want to thank everyone hopping in on the stream. If you're new here, if you're here just for Sonny and you don't know me, just hit that subscribe anyway. We can all use. And if you know me and you don't know Sonny, I have his Instagram and YouTube linked in the description. Help my man here get to his 1,000 subs on YouTube. That's going to be huge. That would be great to see everyone do that. Let's see. Yo, Ronald Ramos is here. He says first, Plasti Adito, the Butter Nation emojis. These are a lot of people that we both know, right?
yeah.
High School Creations, Michael, what's going on? Terrence Chamba is here, all the way from Australia. Thor 2012, Prime to the First. What's going on, Josh? Oh, I got to message him after. He sent me a toy last week or a few weeks ago, and it got lost somewhere, but not his fault. Rich M, RMD Collective, Vern's Hobbies, Adam Gonzalez. What's going on, everyone? Yes, smash that like button. Thank you all for being here. A lot of the same names. Joe figured it out. Darth Clueless. I saw Marcus Yee, 796 Studios, Final Boss, Wolfpack. Wolfpack is here in the building. Posable Productions, Clockwork. Damn, Johnny Number Cinco. What's going on, everyone? Mr. Cortez, a lot of new names here. Star Marvel, Jay's Figs. I think that's it. Thank you, everyone, for coming on. I'm having a great time chatting with Sonny right now. Since everyone here, this is Unboxing Thursdays. What I normally do is I have the guests show what kind of stuff they have to open up. So go ahead and show the people.
So first one I do have is it's kind of, I don't know if it's a grail for people. It came out a while back, but it is the Wasp. No. Why do I have this in the box? I know y'all probably wonder, but whatever.
I feel like this is the section where I shouldn't be drinking anything because you're gonna pull up like a box of light switches, and I'm just gonna sip my coffee.
Like I will be opening my tea occasionally. Yeah. Now I do have
the new
Bat Cycle right there. Yeah. which I know people are starting to get this now. I found it like on I think like Sunday night or something. Finally got my hands on
Oh, nice.
that one right there. So luckily there was one Target that had it available for store pickup. It was like 3 a.m. So I snatched it.
Do you collect all Black Series, or are you just selective with it?
Selective. I started because I'm not really a big Star Wars fan,
Okay.
but I like the Mandalorian.
Right.
And so I was like, well, I'm gonna get the Mandalorian. But then I accidentally got a couple other Star Wars figures.
Accidentally,
But,
of course.
yeah. Like I got Jar Jar Binks too, but I don't know why. But I got him. Then I was gonna get excited to open up this 2-pack that I got on clearance at Target, but when I got to the register, I realized that they got me. that's not the right one.
Oh, they swapped the Wolverine? Oh, and the
Yeah.
face too. Wait,
Yeah.
who wants just that Wolverine? That makes no sense.
That's my thinking. So that's why I was like, so I still bought it because it was on clearance. I wanted Hawkeye. Like that's how much I wanted Hawkeye. I didn't pay attention until I got to the register, and I'm like, why is Captain America's face in there? And I was like, oh, and they got me.
Are you gonna take it back?
No, I'm gonna keep Hawkeye. I don't know. I might put the Wasp in there. I got it on clearance, so I'm like, all right, that's fine.
Oh yeah, those are starting to clear out.
Yeah, but I do got
Oh yes,
Miles Morales. So
that one you said you got a few weeks ago, right?
yeah, I picked that one up on the way back from Houston, and stopped at some little small town Target, and they had that one. They had Peter B. Parker and the Prowler, so snatched them all up.
Nice, man. Those are good pickups.
Yeah. I got other stuff in case it gets boring, but.
In case it gets boring. Yeah, just if I'm boring, just stop answering me and just start opening shit.
Yeah,
But
like I'm not
never
even
break
gonna lie.
eye contact. Never break eye contact. That's clearance, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, we're gonna pay full price.
$12 or something
Yeah,
like that.
I was like, I just want the squirrels. I'll pick the squirrels.
I have them right here. The squirrels and the moped.
Yeah, that's what I wanted it for.
I gave that squirrel girl to my daughter, and then she's 5. She took a look at it and just like deadpan looks at me and she goes, "I'm okay if you want to sell it." And I go, "Oh shit." You couldn't even win over a 5-year-old. She reads the comics that she's in with the Miss Marvel and all that other stuff.
Okay.
She knows who the character is. She's just like, this looks terrible. Well, that's some good stuff. What about McFarlane? Are you into that line as well, or you just the bike was a new?
So I'm not really, but I mean he makes all the Mortal Kombat figures. So
Right.
I bought a couple of those. But there are a few that catch my attention, like the COVID-19 Superman. That's one of my favorite ones right there. Or Superman Infected. Sorry, keep calling him that.
Okay, what did he say? What 19? And then I cut off.
Yeah. I got like the Grim Knight because I thought it looked cool, but I really don't like it.
No, it's another one where I was really excited for it because who doesn't like Batman with guns?
Yeah,
right?
that's why I was
and
like,
then it was like, okay, he has guns, and then I just stood him up on the shelf, and that was it. He didn't really do much.
Yeah, and like I got like the gold Wonder Woman.
Okay.
Just because I bought a lot from a dude off Facebook, and he just threw it in. All I did was ask him. I go, "Do you have the gold Wonder Woman too?" He was like, "Yeah, do you want that one too?" And I was like, "I guess." And he charged me the same price that he was going to charge me for the 2 figures, and threw in like 3 extras. And I was like, "All right," but that figure's horrible. Like,
yeah, he really didn't want that. So please get that out of my house.
Yeah,
like, even if you don't buy anything, just take it, please.
Yeah. So I was like, yeah, but I got that. But yeah, I got a few of the Mortal Kombat ones too, which I like Mortal Kombat, so had to bite the bullet and get those.
All right, so people in the chat, you see Sonny's hauls. What do you want him to open first? What do you feel like opening first? What are you excited for? I know I appreciate you waiting until today to open some of the stuff. What are you most anxious to unbox?
I think it's the Miles. I think Miles.
Yeah, I think that's a good one. If anyone's at home watching right now and you're opening toys, feel free to share with me that you're watching this and unboxing. Tag me on Instagram with the hashtag you see there, unbox any day. Open some shit together. I saved this for when you came on because you had the early prototype of the cyborg Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Clearly, they made not many, but a few improvements on the one that you had. They
Yeah, they
stole
made a
your
few
idea,
adjustments.
so I'm looking forward to this. This is one of the few retro cards that I'm going to open, along with the Dazzler. If you're going to open Wasp, I'm going to open Dazzler. If we're doing a peg warmer segment,
Peg warmer, yes, unboxing peg warmers edition.
I've got a couple of Black Series here that I've been meaning to open because they're taking up space. The Rebel Trooper, see this
Oh,
here,
good.
and let's see, 2 Rebels, Sabine and Hera. These are not the re-releases; these are the originals. So that's how long they've been sitting boxed up in my house. I've got the new. You like Ninja Turtles, right? I don't know. Do you collect any?
I have some because I saw them and I bought them. Like I got the NECA movie Foot Clan, and then I
Nice.
got the Splinter and Shredder pack because I was able to get it for $20 at Walmart. So I was like, all right, cool.
Yeah, perfect.
But I've opened the Foot Clan, but I haven't opened the Shredder or Splinter.
So no cartoon stuff. Those are just the movie ones, right?
I mean, I do. Well, I have I did get. I don't know where they're at right now. Like the GameStop ones, but that's about it.
Oh, right, the DC crossover.
Yeah, the Batman versus Ninja Turtles.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I've seen all the cartoon ones, and I'm like, dang, that's a dangerous rabbit hole to go under right there.
But they look good, right?
Yeah, like I do want Rat King and Muckman when they come out, though. So
Yeah, Rat King. Even the Baxter Stockman and the cell shading they use on those figures is actually really cool.
yeah, that's what I like about them.
Another one of the many turtle lines I collect is the Super 7 Ninja Turtles because they're reminiscent of my childhood, and these toy companies know how to prey on our nostalgia. Oh, shoot. I was going to get my original one to do a comparison. And since you are from Texas, I have these that I've been sitting here. I kind of don't want to open them, but I kind of do. But I kind of feel like I could sell them and make some money back in space. They are, and it's funny you said Mike Judge.
Oh wow, yeah.
So these are from 2002 Soda Toys, King of the Hill figures. This is Luann, Dale.
It's funny. I actually have the guy who voices Dale on my Facebook friends list for some reason.
Okay, no need to flex so hard, man.
I'm just like, he requested it, so I was like, all right.
Wait, he requested it?
Yeah.
Nice.
Mike Judge requested me on Facebook too. It was kind of weird. Like,
did you block him?
No, I went in and added him. But like when I started doing stand up, I would just go on Twitter and like invite all these celebrities. Be like, hey, I got you +1 guest on my guest list for my show in like some random bar. And he actually commented back. He was like, oh man, Sonny, what's up? Sorry, I gotta miss it. I'm in LA that week. And then he friend requested me on Facebook.
That's pretty
like,
cool,
right.
man.
Yeah. So I immediately went to go invite The Rock. Like, maybe he'll friend request me.
After he added you as a friend or you added him, you should post like a screenshot. He's in your friends list and promote your event. Like, hey, look, Mike Judge is going to be there and all these other people. The voice of Dale Gribble.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Oh man, damn! I want that new Rat King coming. He's my favorite TMNT figure as a kid for some weird reason.
Yeah, no, he was my favorite too.
Yeah, which makes sense that they paired him with Vern, like a total dud of a character, because nobody out there really wants just a Vern, so they have to sell it with the Rat King.
With the Rat King,
but you never know; you might luck out, and someone might swap the Wolverine 2-pack kind of deal and end up screwing you over.
They'll be like, here, I'm gonna put Casey Jones in there. So
I'm gonna open this Cyborg Spidey up because even though he doesn't come with much,
Spider-Man theme going here.
Let me see.
So I haven't seen a lot of people post the pictures of this guy. Looks pretty cool.
So when you moved into stand up, were you thinking about that before? It had to have been on your plan, right? Because does anyone really just say I'm going to start doing stand up and just start
I mean,
talking on stage?
there are people that do that. Like you'll see them at open mics and stuff, and
Yeah.
they're like, man, like they'll get on stage and they'll be like, hey, everyone. They're like, yeah. So all my friends and family say I'm funny, so I figured I'd give it a shot. And I'm like, that's horrible. You're not gonna do that. Like, don't waste our time.
But is that how you got in?
No, I got in because I was like, I did improv for a few years. I usually leave that part out because then people are probably like, oh, we'll change the channel. Sorry, my son. I didn't blow that kiss to you, man. I blew that to my son. So.
Oh, good.
No, to everybody, all the watchers out there. Thank you.
To all the fans.
But so yeah, so I did improv. But like improv, I had a troupe. It was like me and like 6 other people. But it gets kind of hard because if you bomb, you don't want to just be like, oh, it was that person's fault. But you know whose fault it was. But so I was like, well, maybe one day I'll try stand up. And then I just lost my head somewhere. But
nice.
I was previously married and I was going through a divorce, and I was like, this is pretty embarrassing. And I was like, you know what? Let me try stand up. Can't be more embarrassing than getting a divorce. Because my ex-wife was a whore. That was why. But so I was like, let's try stand up. Like, how embarrassing is that? Like, she keeps blowing dudes, or I could just go on stage and not say stuff that's funny. So I tried stand up. And like, it was cool too, because like she was deployed. And so I was like, well, I'm not going to tell everybody, going through divorce or whatever, because she's deployed. Like, what if she gets blown up by a bomb or something? Like, they're going to be like, oh, that slut. Pieces of her everywhere. So I was like, well, I'm not going to say anything. And then when she was coming back, like, she'd be sending me emails like, hey, get all your stuff out the house. I was like, hey, it's like, calm down. Let me go figure out where I'm going to live. And then I started doing stand up, and she was like, you better not say anything about divorce in your jokes. And I was like, I thought I told you to keep other dudes out of your orifices. But,
oh my goodness.
I was like, we're not listening. So then I was like, all right, so cool. So,
so it was
set.
It was like
I did a set about yeah. So when I was like, I get on stage, I invited my friends, my family. They were recording it, live streaming it, and I was like, bam, I hit with all these jokes about getting a divorce, about having a slutty wife. And they were like, what? So I was
wait,
like, oh, yeah, by the way,
was this before everyone knew?
Yeah.
Oh,
that's how I told everyone. I was like, I'm sorry, I can't do what? You told me what? I can't do what? Yeah, so I thought.
Bravo,
so
sir.
Like,
bravo. That is that's one way to reveal it.
Even like people like my friends and stuff, they're like, did anybody know this was happening? They're like, oh no. I was like, yeah. They were like, that stuff is just jokes, right? I'm like, no, that's all real. That's gonna happen. Like, paperwork is coming. But so that's why I started doing stand-up. So I was like, why not?
Nice, man. That's a lot of people in the chat are saying that's quite an origin story, and I would have to agree. That's funny. Like, imagine nobody knew, and they're like, "Oh, Sonny's doing something brave, and he's gonna go on stage and tell these jokes." And this is all fiction, right? You're like, "No, my life is in ruins right now."
No, right now is a bad time to be alive. But like, it's funny too, though, because like after I was doing that set a few times, and I did it at an open mic at our comedy club here.
You did that set a few times, like you were retrying the same.
Yeah, did it kill?
Jokes. Oh my god.
Yeah. It's so like I did the set, and then afterwards I got off stage, and some lady came up to me, and she goes, I'm sorry. She goes, I have a thing for hurt souls, and I was like, okay, I don't know what that means. And she goes, can I give you a hug right now? I'm like, okay. So she gives me a hug, and she's like patting my back, and I'm like, careful, I might burp. But she's doing all this, and then at the end, like, she goes, here's my card. I'm a psychiatrist. If you need any help, I know when someone's damaged. And I was like, oh, okay. Like, she was there like coaching stand-up comics. Like, I
Yeah,
want to look
she
for
was
the
just
most.
like a ambulance chaser, but for emotions.
Yeah. So I was like, all right, but and then I've had people that came up to me. They're like, hey man, I'm going through a divorce too. They're like, what you said, really helped get me through. I was like, oh yeah, why are you getting a divorce? And they're like, oh, because I cheated on my wife. I'm like, see, that's not the I didn't cheat. Like, nah, man, you missed the
No,
point there.
you're not my
But
audience.
yeah, exactly. No, you're not. Yeah, you're not my demographic, homie. I was like,
Did it
wait.
help you?
I was like, you know my ex-wife? No. Uh, I mean, it. Yeah, I guess it kind of did because it helped me laugh at the situation. It's
Yeah.
actually funny because I did that set, and I ran with that set for a while, and I still do it occasionally because it's funny. But my ex-wife's cousin started doing stand-up comedy in Corpus Christi, which is down south,
Okay.
and he actually invited me to be on one of his showcases. And I was like, I mean, I talk about your cousin. He goes, yeah, but if it's true, can't stop you. I was like, all right. So I go down to Corpus and do his show, and all of my ex family-in-laws there. So I'm like doing these jokes about their relative, and they're just having a good old time. I'm like, all right, cool.
That's crazy, man. That's
Yeah.
I don't
I was
even know
like,
what to,
man,
what to say. This story just keeps getting like more and more like I didn't expect it to go this way, and then it just keeps leveling up even more. It's like, oh, and then I performed the whole gig, and I workshopped all my jokes in front of my ex's family.
that's the way it worked. They thought it was hilarious. I'm like, oh, all right, cool. I
And
was
for
like,
that
make
guy
sure you
to
tag
say
her.
it's like it's okay because it's true. I'm like, man, that's you're the real one right there. Like,
Yeah. He's like, he's like, if you were up there spreading lies, I would stop that. But it's all truthful. So
damn. So like at that point, they all knew it was what was happening, and they're like, well,
yeah,
yeah, he's got a few good points. This guy's not
yeah.
talking shit.
Yeah. So they're like, all right, okay, I guess.
So this spider web with the triangle here, is this a shooting web or like a swinging web?
It's supposed to be a swinging web. It came with the big time Spider-Man too, but
But it comes with
I don't really
two
like it.
fists
Yeah,
and a shooting hand. This doesn't make any sense.
I know they should make one like it's kind of open so you can put the web in his hand, but
Yeah.
just in
Yeah.
case anyone from Hasbro's listening in right now, open Spider-Man's hand.
Probably not. Nobody watches this. Did your original prototype have these mismatched hands that weren't functional, or
Yes, he also had the flip hands and the fist hands.
flipping hands?
Yeah, the flip.
So you said the first review you did, you were a little bit buzzed.
Yes, I was. I had picked up Iron Man 2020,
Right.
and so I got home and I was like, oh, just do this, whatever. And I did the video. I was like, I watched a few reviewers' videos, and I was like, oh, anybody can do that. And I was like, yeah, no, that's not the case. Like,
Was that the alcohol talking, or like
that was the alcohol talking. No, that was the alcohol talking. So it's kind of like it was kind of all over the place, and like I didn't really do my homework on it either. I was like, oh look, it doesn't look anything like Tony Stark, and people were like, it's not Tony Stark. Oh, okay. I go, which makes sense. Is why I don't look like him. But so now it's like if I have a character that I don't really know the backstory for, I'll go Google. I'll be like, man, let me make sure I don't say the wrong thing.
and the whole you do some stuff with your son too, right? I remember seeing
yeah,
a video,
he's right here bothering me right now.
which is awesome.
But yeah,
Okay.
so yeah, because he saw me editing a video once, and he was
Yeah.
like, "What are you doing?" And I said, I play with toys at night. When you go to sleep, I play with toys. He goes, my toys?" I said, "Nah, calm down, man. My toys. Like, chill out." First of all, I bought you those toys. But then, so I told him, I was like, I do the toys. I talk about the toys, do a review, I give it a score, and I throw it on the internet. He goes, "You throw it on YouTube?" And I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "I want to do that too." And I was like, "All right." So the first one, I just recorded him randomly talking about his toys, and then I did one where he was reviewing Carnage with me.
Yeah.
And now he's always constantly like, all right, he's like, oh, I'll get a toy, I'll get a figure or whatever. And he'll be like, I want to do that one with you. I'm like, all right. So
That's awesome, man. Did you ever think like that, you would start doing that as a way to like a bonding activity?
No, because like I did photography, I did comedy, did acting. They don't take any interest in it. Like me and my boys, they're just like, I guess. And so I was like, I didn't think anything of it, but I guess it's because it involved toys and superheroes. They were
Yeah,
like, okay,
and
yeah,
YouTube.
that's what I'm looking for. And YouTube, yeah, of
YouTube is
course,
huge
YouTube.
for kids, right? They're just focused in and they'll lock in for hours.
Yeah, so it's like my kid was watching Ryan's World for a while,
Right.
and we were like, nah, that dude's dumb. Like, it's like I don't mean to talk about a little kid, but I don't get the feel. So block that dude. But plus, now I'm like, man, now I'm doing YouTube. I don't want him to compare me to little Ryan's World kids.
Yeah, that's true. You should tell him to tell his friends to sub to your channel.
I did. I told my oldest, he's 13. I told him, I was like, hey, do your friends follow me? They got YouTube. Do they follow me? He's like, why would they follow you? I'm like, same reason they watch people play Minecraft all day. I don't know.
Exactly. Yeah, I forget who it was. Somebody I had on, their daughter was like, oh, no, I think it was Ronald Ramos was like, their kid said, why do you watch grown men? Or he said to his kid, why do you watch people play video games on YouTube? And he's like, why do you watch other grown men open toys on the internet? It's the same. It's the same thing.
That's what I tell my kids. It's the opposite though, because they're like, people watch you. I'm like, don't you watch somebody stand in one spot on Fortnite for like 5 hours?
On one spot.
Yeah, I was like, I watched it one time. I was like, the guy's not shooting or building anything. He's just standing there talking. He's like, but what he has to say is interesting. I was like, not really. So they kind of get it. So this one comes with a jetpack. I don't know if you see that one.
Since you're a comedian, I don't know if you're joking or not, or if you've done your research on that figure.
I did my research. Oh, you remember when he's fighting the Goblin in Spider-Verse? He flies across.
He pulled the jetpack made it out of webs.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
it's a pretty cool figure though. Like I said, I popped his head out of the plastic. I don't know where it went. I tend to lose at least one part.
Yeah, for sure. When you pop it out of the that packaging.
Yeah.
Plasty's only going to comment in Spanish tonight. He's been teaching me, helping me with stuff here and there, but I'm gonna need your help here. Something Sonny might Superman affectado.
Oh yeah, that's right. His COVID-19 Superman.
Oh damn! What was that?
Something just fell behind you, man. It's a haunted podcast. I like it.
Dark Beast.
Dark Beast.
He's okay. Okay, we're good.
Yeah, it sucks. Plasty got 2 left feet, 2 right feet on his Superman, and his COVID-19 Superman, and they wouldn't replace it because he's not in America, or not in the U.S. Which I guess McFarlane Toys. Yeah, infected.
And what's off? Is that the same thing?
Yeah, let's see. Trying to read it on my little screen right here. Getting everybody up close. Look at my face real quick. Be careful. His Superman was extra infected. Someone's gonna correct me on that. They were like, that's not what it said at all.
Yeah, I told him. Yeah, you got to help me out with this. Somebody's got to help me out with this. Everyone in the chat. Let's see what's next. I'm just trying to catch up on this comment. What's that? His hand?
Miles' hand. Yeah, it's like really small. Like I try to organize all my little extra parts and stuff. I think I'm gonna have to put this with the women's hands because they're so small. Like I'm saying that I got small hands as a person. I hate when people that are bigger than me, they're like, when you're gripping a basketball, I'm like, nah, I don't know.
I can't relate to that.
Yeah, you mean holding it 2 hands? Like, nah.
In the triple threat position? Because I'm not Jordan. I'm not doing this to
exactly.
people out behind the back.
Like, when you grip the ball, you just slam it. You mean layup? When you do a layup.
Yeah, I've done it on a kid's net.
Yeah, there you go.
Terrence, I think he wants you to open the Din and the Child because
Oh yeah.
those are so they're up here on the Toys R Us Canada website. This week there's a Toys R Us sale on Star Wars merchandise, so it's on sale. However, it's still not released yet. So it's not available on the website. It's not in stores, obviously, but somehow the sale price on the website, well, the website has a sale price, so that's a
You know, Target did that with the Rogue Gambit,
right.
was that White Suit Storm, and I think the Joe Fixie Wave.
Was that the first week it launched where it was like buy two get one free or something like that?
Yeah, so it was buy two get one free, and then another shelf where it was like I forgot, like the sales like somehow collided with each other if you ordered it
Yeah.
like at 3 a.m. that day. And so I got one set for buy two get one free, and then I got the other set for like 50% off all three of them or something like that. So it was some weird stuff. And
Yeah,
then they couldn't fulfill my order, so they gave me Cyber Spider-Man for $7. I was
that's
like, oh, can't beat
decent.
that. Yeah.
Clockwork Orgy says, "Let's teach Kevin funny Spanish curse words." Uh, I already know some Spanish curse words.
You should have used the Spanish curse word when Dark Beast fell off your shelf. Would have been perfect. Okay, so this one does come with a jetpack. For real.
Yeah.
I can't get used to this mirror image here. All right, there
Yeah, no, I still can't. And this is episode 35, 34.
I'm all like, hey guys, look at this over here. Oh man, okay, it's got a lot more stuff than I thought it had.
Do you have the other Mandalorian themed figures?
No, the only one I have is Grief Cargo. Carl
Okay.
Weathers.
Yeah.
I found him somewhere random in Texas too.
Are there other like comedians that you kind of you've been following or kind of inspired you to do? I mean, if you to do stand improv and all that stuff.
So it's weird because I really like that show. Whose Line Is It Anyway? Which is what made me even want to try improv.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, but yeah.
But I mean, I like stand up comedy for the longest time.
Right.
And so I was like, it was kind of like just like it was something I wanted to try. And at that time in my life, I was like, screw it, let's do whatever. And so I also joined a gang afterwards because I wanted to do that as well. But no, I didn't join the gang. People are like, oh, what set you claim? Unsubscribe. But yeah, no, like, because I like Mitch Hedberg,
Yeah.
Stephen Wright, Dave Chappelle, Sinbad. I know a lot of people like Sinbad. Yeah, Sinbad's hilarious. I don't care what y'all say. I actually got to see him do 2 shows back to back one night.
Right.
It was the first show was 2 hours, and the second show was 2.5 hours. Never repeated the same material.
No way.
Yeah, it was insane. I was like, wow. He even picked me out of the crowd. He was like, "What's up, man? What's up, white guy?" And I was like, "Not white." He was like, "All right, moved on." I was like, "Oh, damn, should have went with the white guy thing. He would have used me in his joke."
Oh, battery exhausted. That's
Oh,
not
your
good.
battery's tired.
Backup camera.
There we go. So here we go.
Nice. Oh yeah, I forgot. It comes with the little pieces of Beskar, like the money.
Yeah. So I'm not gonna take those out because I'll probably lose them. Like I lost Miles's head.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll find it in my dog's mouth tomorrow somewhere. Yeah.
All right. So when you brought up Whose Line, that's one of the things that your reviews remind me of, because one of the things on Whose Line is where they're like show where the score is made up and the points don't matter. And I was like, oh, it's kind of like when you put $1 million up on the board on your reviews, you start with that. Like the first time I heard that, I'm like, who starts at $1 million? This is ridiculous. And then you'll just arbitrarily take it up, take a few points off, bring it up a notch, and do all that stuff. I'm like, this is kind of like Whose Line. And then I'm like, does he know Whose Line? I'm sure you do. It's an American show, so that's what it reminded me of.
It's funny because I didn't even think about that, but yeah, I mean that's a good point though. Now I just did it on a million scale, because it can be more precise. I always tell people that, like at work and stuff, I'm like, all right, I gotta let some of y'all go home early today. Who wants to go home early? And everybody's like, me. I'm like, all right, hold on. I'm thinking of a number between 1 and 1,000,000. Whoever gets closest gets to go home. And they're like, what? And of course, someone's always like, 7. I'm like, it's not gonna be a single digit. Why would I do that? Why?
Yeah, don't be stupid.
Yeah, come on. Think about it. So now I have heard from a guy online who said that you should buy the Black Series Child because it's his arms move and stuff.
Right.
Whereas this one only his head moves somehow.
The arms pop out really easily because my 2-year-old steals that from me all the time, and he just yanks the arms off, and I just find pieces throughout the house. It's a massacre.
I guess if you got ink pad, you can make a little stamp out of his feet.
Yeah, it was a detail that you didn't really need unless you were taking a photo where he was drunk, and you're like, oh look, they put that detail. He does have feet.
They're like, oh look, they got their shot off and they killed him. Or drunk. Why would I? Well, he's 50-something years old. I can kill him all.
Drew Carey, is Drew Carey Canadian? I don't remember. I know Colin Mockery is Canadian. One of the.
I thought Drew Carey was from Cincinnati or something like that. Wherever the Drew Carey show took place, I thought that's where he was.
Cleveland, because they're like Cleveland rocks. Yeah.
Is
that it? I'm just basing it on the song. But the other bald guy, Colin, he's Canadian for sure.
Colin Mockery.
Yeah,
he's pretty funny. I like him.
So this is the Rebel trooper you see on. It's like one of the first troopers you see in Star Wars Episode 4. They're on the ship, and I hope they release this in the archive wave soon because these weren't everywhere. They're hard to find, and they're a good army builder too. Blaster, this eggshell hat.
Oh, sweet.
Did you tell your son that you're opening toys with a friend on the internet today?
No, I didn't tell him. Like, he's gonna try to come up here. Like, he just came and he was like, Daddy, I need some milk. I was like, first of all, this is what you say in the club when you're like, hey, give me the drink. So that's not milk, homie. But like when he came, I was like, I slid all my packages over, like, make sure he don't see these. Cause then he'll be like, oh, Daddy, I want to come home. Like, does Daddy open your presents on your birthday? No. I do. I'm gonna be honest, I do.
Put him back first.
Yeah.
So your whole like persona or character in your review, it's obviously a much more like chilled out version of how you are right now.
Yeah.
Was that how it was in the first in your drunken?
It wasn't as much, but that's the way I do all my stand-up comedy too.
Yeah.
Because when I did stand-up, I actually took stand-up classes to like learn the basics and fundamentals and stuff.
Okay.
And at the very first class, the instructor was like, all my new people, I want y'all to get up and say your name and say a little joke. And I was like, what? I was like, we had homework. This is the first class. How am I supposed to think of a joke right now? She was like, yeah, if you read your emails, I sent out to you. And I'm like, I don't read my emails. Like, what? And so like these two older ladies, both go up, they say their name, they say like cheesy internet jokes. Like I called them out for it too. I'm like, I heard that was a stupid chain letter joke. And then I get up on stage and I got talking to for an hour and 45 minutes about what I can and cannot say on stage after they just told us that there's no limits in comedy. I'm like, you said there was no limits. I just went up and I did my joke. Now you're saying I can't do my joke? And they're like, well, you can't say that word. I'm like, what? And so they were like, well, you're not black, so you can't say it. I was like, I didn't say it in a racist way. Like, I hang out with a number of black people. Like, I just came from hanging out with my black friends. Like, I'm about to go have IHOP with one of them while I leave here. And I go, it's not like the joke, I went up and I go, hey, how's it going, everyone? I was like, my name is Sonny. I go, I know what y'all are thinking right now. Is that fella white or is that nigga Mexican? And they were like, you can't say that. And so I got to talk to like hour 45 minutes, and the instructor was like, if you want to stay in class, I'll let you be in class. If you want a refund, I'll give you a refund. And so I was like, nah, I'll stay in class. So then we had a showcase, and throughout the whole time, I had not really, like, I was just sitting there absorbing information. I wasn't giving anything back. I wasn't saying jokes in class or anything like that. So we get to the showcase, and she's like, I just want you to introduce one of the intermediate students on stage.
Right.
And so I was like, okay. And she goes, hey, don't do anything that's going to get you in trouble. And I'm like, I'm not going to rape women on stage. I don't know what you mean by that. Like, what? So I get on stage, and I just stand there at the microphone. I don't say a word. And like, people are kind of getting a little kind of like uneasy. Like, they're thinking I forgot what I was going to say, or I froze. And I moved towards the microphone, and I just like shifted my weight and looked at the other side of the audience. And then these people like just started laughing for no reason. And then soon enough, like the whole crowd started laughing. Everybody starts laughing. I haven't said a single thing. And I go up to the microphone. I'm like, are y'all tired of looking at me? And then like the whole crowd just like erupted in laughter. And I was like, here's the next comedian. I walked off.
No.
And so I just walked off the stage after I said that. And then people come up, immediately like left their seats and came up to me like, bro, that was hilarious. Man, I've never laughed so hard. I'm like, I didn't say nothing. Like, what? Like, and it was so bad that the comedian that I introduced, she was saying her jokes and they were just falling flat because everybody had rushed to the side of the stage to go tell me how funny just standing up there was. And so like I was like, okay, that attitude works. I'll just go with that and I'll write some jokes with it. So that's where I kind of got that demeanor, and I kind of threw that into the toy review stuff. Like, whatever.
That's hilarious, man. That's because I remember when it started circulating on Instagram. Just Jay Hernandez was sharing it. And Wade was sharing it on Parallel Universe, and I was like, okay, what the hell is this? And then I'm gonna be honest, I skipped it the first time because I don't know what the hell's going on. And then I'm like, okay, I should really sit down and watch this. And then the whole thing was just nothing that I'd ever seen before. Like, there's no toy reviews out there like that. Right? And to hear that's where it comes from, that's amazing to see how it all.
Like people were telling me that too. Like when I started doing stand up. Like when I actually started talking on stage at that point, they're like, you're a whole lot different than other. And I go, you can say the word ghetto. I'm fine with that. Like, I know where I'm from. They're like, urban. You're urban. You're like different from other urban comics that I've seen. I'm like, you can say ghetto. I'm like, it's not gonna hurt my feelings. Like, but because like I get on stage and they see me and they assume that I'm gonna be like that Chris Rock type or like run around the stage, start humping stools and stuff like that. And I'm like, nah, why would I hump a stool? It did nothing to me. But so they were like, it's kind of a breath of fresh air, and they're like, all right, cool. And then also because I live in Austin and like almost everybody smokes weed here, so a lot of comics have jokes about weed, and they're like, you didn't even talk about weed. And I was like the 8 guys before me in this open mic talked about it. Why would I talk about it? So, I try to keep things different from what other people are saying.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I mean, you do all this stuff differently, which is definitely it stands out. Here's a clip from your IGTV. People can go catch that later on your Instagram. Is there more of this stuff?
There is on my other YouTube channel. It's youtube.com/Sonny from the O2. So I got to represent my hood when I first started doing comedy.
What is the O2?
The O2 is the zip code here, 78702. Here in
Okay.
Austin, we represent where our zip code is. I know like nobody else does that I've heard of, but here in Austin, that's what we do. So that determines on, what part of the town you're from and whether or not security should pat you down or watch you more.
I only know my zip codes from the Ludacris song.
Oh, area codes.
Yep.
That's area codes. That's a phone number though.
Oh, true. See,
Yeah.
I already messed it up.
Yeah, it was funny too because like people come from Houston. I don't know, have a clue how they know who I am, but they'll just start referring to me as O2. And I'm like, all right, like cool. Like, I'm glad you somehow know that. But yeah, it's like an awesome thing. I don't know if anybody else in the chat does that. That's cool. Let me know. So I can say, oh no, Austin's not the only weird people that do that.
And this shot you posted earlier this week, this scorpion.
Yeah, 2 nights ago, I think.
This shot was really awesome because you have the pitch black and the lighting, and I think I was kind of surprised at first at who posted it because it given like the history of the photos on your page are like more joke centric, like the when they announced the new She-Hulk in green. You're like, I already have this. So this is the photography side coming out, isn't it?
Yeah. Like I have like 3 cameras, I think.
Oh,
3 DSLR cameras, a couple lenses, lights, and stuff. I got all that stuff. But yeah, I mean, it started out. I was trying to do photography for toys, and I was like, oh, sweet, I got 30 subscribers, 30 followers. And then I did that review, and people were like, "Oh, that's funny." And then I posted. I think I might have posted another picture, and I was like, "Oh, okay. Nobody wants the regular pictures. I'll stick with the funny stuff then." Because I mean, I don't mind. I like doing funny stuff too, so it all works for me. And then of course, we do the balance and stuff too all the
time. And school me real quick. Does it snow? Has it ever snowed in Texas?
It snows in like northern part of Texas. But as far as like central Texas and southern Texas, it doesn't really snow. Like the last time we got that much snow, I think I was a baby. Because my mom's always like, yeah, I was going to let you go out there, but I didn't want you to catch pneumonia the second time. I was like, second time? I caught pneumonia as a baby? She's like, yeah, you almost died. I'm like, what? Like, yeah, tell me these things, Mom. I was like, that's my street cred right there.
That's some Game of Thrones shit. It's like the last winter was when you were a child.
Yeah, exactly.
So you remember the long winter?
I was like, I almost died. I was like, what? And they were like, yeah. They're like, but we didn't have, we just had to make sure that you were safe here. And I was like, because of the snow, you didn't want to drive to the hospital, or because y'all didn't have insurance on me? Which one, Mom? She was like, a little bit of both. A little bit of both.
Jay's Figs totally booked me that I didn't like the scorpion picture when I had first seen it. That's usually a risk I take when I show it live on here. I'm just like, all right, did I like this picture before? Even though I know what I'm going to talk about. It happens, okay? Give me a break.
What it's like with me when I'm on set for like movies and TV shows, I can't recognize these celebrities right away. And so they'll be talking and chatting with you, and I'm like, oh yeah, having a good time and everything. And like Stephen Root, I don't know if anybody knows who Stephen Root is. He played Milton in Office Space.
Yeah, he's also he's Bill on King of the Hill as well.
Yeah, he plays Bill, and I met him like while we were doing hair and makeup, and he was like, hey, how's it going? I'm Steven. I was like, hey, I'm Sonny. Nice to meet you. He's like, nice to meet you, Sonny. He's like, you nervous? I was like, it is what it is. And I was like, are you nervous? Like the dumbest thing to ask is some dude. He has like hundreds of credits on his resume, and I'm like, are you nervous, guy? Like, it was dumb. Like I didn't recognize Luke Wilson either when he came out. I was like, they were like, Sonny, did you meet Luke? And I'm like, nah. And he's like standing right in front of me. I'm just like looking around for him. Like, nah, I haven't met him yet.
He's like, oh, is he in this too?
Yeah, exactly. So I was like, man, I like this guy though. Right here. It's cool. Whoever was trying to get it from Canada, I like that his helmet fits him.
How's the face sculpt in hand? versus the early promo photos.
It's not bad. I don't think it's bad. I mean, yeah, his face is kind of fat, but it just looks like he has a bloated feeling to him.
Yeah, like they just fished him out of the sea.
Yeah, I mean, he actually looks like he plays in a Tejano band, but he's like a family member. And
I
you
don't
just
know
see
what
him at
that is.
Easter. You know what Tejano band is? I'm gonna make a Tejano band, and we're just gonna distribute only to Canada.
Is it?
It'll be big.
Is it anything like a mariachi band?
No, not at all.
I have no idea. I told Josh last week. I don't know anything. There's no like I'm sure there's like a Hispanic community here in Toronto. It's very multicultural here, but I don't meet many people that speak Spanish. There's a Cuban guy on our baseball team, and he just teaches me random things here and there that aren't that useful in
Yeah,
everyday.
that's pretty much like how you take a Spanish class down here too. They're like, today we're going to teach you how to say your favorite color. I'm like, why would that come up in conversation if I go down to Mexico? Like, I don't understand. Like, I don't want to be so, some places, some ladies like, ayúdame. I'm like, quiero ir al baño.
Yeah.
Like, like that makes no sense. But yeah.
Why does Duolingo keep telling me like I don't need to know where a library is?
Yeah.
So stop teaching me, donde está la biblioteca. I don't need to. I haven't been to a library in like 20 years.
Well, it's like I did that Duolingo because my son was doing Duolingo, and I was like, "Oh, I'll catch up," And I'm like, "How many lessons do I have to take on how to say suitcase in Spanish?" Like, didn't you see when I signed up? My last name is Spanish. I can't afford to travel nowhere. Like, man, like suitcase. Why suitcase all the time? But it's like 4 lessons on suitcase.
4 lessons.
Yeah, I was like, first of all, when I pack, everything goes in a plastic bag so I can tie it.
Oh, Prime says, "Don't be scared of us, Kev. It's okay. We're all like Dora. We can teach you things."
There you go.
Love Dora.
So you can take his little half cape off. What is this called? I'm not too.
I think it's just a cape.
Burst. Half cape, okay. Put his jetpack on. Yeah, this is cool. Glad I was able to get this dude.
What are some things that you hope to do with your channel? Like, is there other there's always like a next joke, a next angle when you do something like this.
Like one thing that I'm shooting for is 1,000 subscribers.
Yeah.
Because at that point I can stream from my cell phone.
Right.
Which means I can just do live stream whenever I feel like it, wherever I am.
Yeah.
That's what I kind of want to do. Like, I mean, some people that follow me and hit that little notification button on there. I know one time I did a live stream and they're like, "Why are you starting this at 1 a.m.?" I'm like, I don't know, what's up. But, so if I could do it from my phone, I'd live stream all the time, just randomly, So
yeah,
that's my goal because to me, the comedy will work best when you're just completely not expecting it,
That's from what I understand. Like how I see comedy is, it's always the punchline you're not expecting. It's the unexpected line that just gets you. You're like, shit, I had no idea it was going that way.
It's funny because like on my stand-up, I usually start off with the same joke every time, and it is like you expect the punchline. Like it's to where the point where I'll say the joke to a brand new audience, and they'll say the punchline for me. So because the joke is, I say, my mom calls me a stillborn because when she was pregnant with me, no matter how many times she threw herself down the stairs, I was stillborn. And it's like when I say that joke, the audience usually finishes it for me.
Yeah.
And then I just stand up there after they've laughed to themselves because they're like, I got it. I got the joke. I got it.
Yeah.
Like, then I hit them with the punchline and they laugh. They're like, this fool still said it. Like, we all said it here. Like, he heard us say it. He still said it.
I just did it right there. I'm just like, okay, here we go. I did it. And then as I did it, I'm just like, shit, he got me.
Yeah. So, and it's funny too, because like this dude that I work with, he showed his fiance my video. And he's like, bro, He's like, I'm up here like I watched it on my way home, and I'm laughing. I'm like, I can't wait to show my fiance. She loves comedy. He goes, but then you start off with a dead baby joke, and she's pregnant. He goes, she didn't want to hear it. She didn't want to hear it. I was like, yeah, I thought about that one. I've done shows where there's like pregnant women in the front row, and I say it, and they're just like, and they don't listen to a word that I say afterward. They're just like, no, he's talking about dead babies. I'm not doing this. I was like, first of all, I survived. That's why I was stillborn. But yeah, I mean, it's like sometimes I'll have that one joke where it's just like I say it, and you could see who I lost in the audience. They're just like, oh, oh. They're like, I thought it was funny. You crossed the line, but I don't really care.
Yeah, of course. There's always somebody who will be offended by something, man.
Yeah, like I've had people threaten me and everything. I'm like, whatever.
Oh, actually,
yeah, they've come up to me and threatened me for the jokes.
Really? That's crazy.
Yeah, but I think it's because they see my persona on stage and think that's the person that they're about to go punk. And I get off stage and I'm like, what? What? I'm sorry, you said you want to square up outside? I was like, let's do this then, man. And they're like, whoa. They're like, whoa. They're like, maybe we got off to the wrong foot. I was like, get out of my face.
Oh my gosh. So, yeah. Hey, that speaks to your acting ability.
Yeah. So
you really sold it on there. Somebody who they want to punch in the face, like that must be the best compliment. It's like, yo, let's step outside. You're like, oh, did you really believe me? Thank you. I've been looking at my feedback on my new character. I'm glad you believe.
Glad I brought my brass knuckles.
It's like, thank you so much. Now, yes, let's step outside and let's
get. Cool, man. I kind of lost a bit of my street cred the other day when I cried when the kitten was hit. But yeah, so it was like, it's interesting.
The other day, when it did snow, you ended up doing a review on a snowman.
Yeah. I'm glad it got over 25 views because I was like, man, I was doing it. And like, first of all, we ain't used to snow down here. So I don't know how snow goes. And I'm doing the review and like snowflakes keep hitting me in my eyeball. So I'm trying to and it's cold. I'm like, so when I got done, I was like, I hope at least 25 people watch this because make it worth it. But yeah, it was just like real quick that because I think I had posted the photo of Wendigo the Snowman and Sub-Zero on Facebook. Yeah, and I had posted on Facebook, and someone was like, "I bet you won't review the snow," and I was like, I built a snowman to do that. So I had actually built a bigger one that I hadn't shot. I hadn't taken a photo of. And that was the one that I reviewed. But like I built it and then I went inside to warm up a little bit. And then when I came outside, it had got so much more snow that it covered up his eyes and stuff. I was like, come on, man.
I remember I was walking to my mailbox and I saw the notification on my phone and it's like, Sonny reviews a snowman. I'm like, I'm looking around and it's snow everywhere. And I'm just like, okay, I guess Texas. That's a new thing. That's pretty funny.
It's uncommon for us. So.
I'm gonna open this. This is the Super 7 Ninja Turtle Shredder. So I got this from my local comic book shop, Heroes World.
And, shout out to Heroes World.
Sir, we can edit that free promo for them from Sonny.
There we go.
Why are people writing moist?
Because I said I took points off for it being moist.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
I was hoping it wasn't a Spanish word I wasn't aware of.
There's a lot of people that they say they don't like the word moist.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, so I was like, all right. So I said it, and I was like, I probably shouldn't have said that. I'm gonna lose like 2 subscribers for that.
You can show live subscriber count underneath the million points as well.
Yeah.
See it drop down.
Yeah.
The Canadian Prime Minister went on live TV talking about social distancing. He's like, you want to stay away from people who speak And then he paused. He goes, moistly. And then like all these people lost it. They're like, oh, that's gross, this and that. It's pretty funny though.
Moistly.
Moistly.
I'm gonna start talking to everybody moistly from now on.
Yo.
Yeah,
I remember when you were on Unparalleled talking about some of the Ninja Turtles you had growing up.
Yeah.
Did you have the original the Shredder?
I didn't have that Shredder. I had Super Shredder from the movie.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. Except for I was dumb and I took off the plastic pieces because I was like, look, they're removable. I broke them. They're not removable. Like I found that out.
Removable.
Yeah. So like I think the one that I have is missing the shin guard because I never found it back to glue it back in place.
So what Super 7 aims to do is their figures are more based on the recreating the turtle stories from back then. I don't know if you can see this here. Wait, why don't I keep doing this? Showing it in the box. This is literally an unboxing show. Fucking idiot.
Can you imagine? I don't know. Is there any toy people out there that do just like they collect everything and keep it in the box? And they're just like, guys, I got this today. Next, like I wonder.
Here's my review.
Show. Yeah.
Here's my review for Mint on Card Collectors.
It looks textured. Yeah.
The box is made with a nice heavy cardstock. And then
guys,
the review.
They did not cheap out on the gloss.
10-second review. Please go ahead, share, subscribe.
Oh man, I should do those 10-second reviews. Just review the box. See, now I did see other people review this. Like I saw the Wolfpack review. I think they were here. They reviewed this and posted it this morning. So I know there's a lot of stuff I gotta untape and cut open.
Plastic says you'll need a chainsaw to take that bike out. I'm assuming there's a lot of those plastic ties.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. So.
Right. So this is out. What I wanted to say was the cool thing about this shredder is you have, this head that's on the body, and then they have this one that you can swap.
I like that.
The eyebrows are on the brim of his helmet there, and that's how the original turtle toy was painted.
Toy, right? Yeah.
So like, these guys, they're hardcore fans of the original toy line. They go back in, they go see all these details. So to add this as an extra head sculpt, I think that's super cool.
Yeah.
Right
here. Before somebody who didn't have it is like, oh, they mispainted.
Yeah, they're like, what are these fools doing? It's flesh tone on the helmet. So that's really cool.
Yeah.
And the original one was permanently in this like haunched position where he was bent over a little bit. I think his legs were. So it's good to have.
All their legs were bent, right? Like my cousin, he had a bunch of the Ninja Turtles. He had that shredder. Like he had everything. I was like, man. It's like I always felt bad when I brought like my 4 over. Like, oh, that's the same ones.
Just zip ties. Yeah, man. At least this one has the cloth cape as well, like the original one. I'll probably end up losing it just like 30 years ago. This is the part of the show where I tag it with ASMR so people can hear boxes opening.
Oh, there we go.
And you get more views that way too.
They always want that. They always want the box opening. I did that with my first reviews. I was like opening them on. I was like, and like my kids are trying to sleep in the next room over. I'm like, I'm a horrible parent right now. I'm like, y'all got a test tomorrow in school? No, all right, cool. So you about to wake up.
I'm gonna open another one.
Yeah.
That's funny though. You tell them what you do at night after the kids go to bed. Like they would lose their mind. Like, oh, did you know that dad just eats chips and ice cream and plays video games and opens toys while you go to bed?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Daddy's an adult. He can do that.
Yeah, they're gonna see this.
The other day I dipped Oreos in Pepsi.
Oh, he comes with a plastic cape too. So he has a cloth one, and it comes with a hard plastic.
that's
I don't
pretty
know
nice.
when you would want to switch it to that.
Man, they weren't kidding.
Remember
They have
these?
some wire cutters. Oh, I love those where you have to pop them out too.
Yeah. How cool is that?
Like,
That
so
they
like
include.
I grew up poor, so I always used the frame. I was like, I'm pretend the frame is part of the accessory pack too. Like, you know,
Yeah.
once you pop them all out, it's just a rectangle. I'm like, that's a doorway. It's a portal right there.
I thought it
And
was
like
a
my
bed.
mom, you thought it was a bed? Hey, it
Yeah.
works too. Like my mom would be like, no, that's not part of the toy. I'm like, are you gonna buy me another one? That's right. Then I'm playing with it. Then. Let me grab some cutters real quick. Get this.
Yeah. Oh, he wasn't joking. You do need a chainsaw.
Yeah, this is wow.
Because the weapons rack here has these little tabs on it that they look like fins. So I always thought it was like a bed support, and I just have the turtles sleeping in this frame, and then they lived in a sewer. They didn't care, right? It was just a sewer bed.
Yeah.
But I do love these. I'm not gonna touch this. He also comes with ninja stars, this pizza shaped weapon, another pizza shaped weapon,
Pizza cutters.
this little hook thing that also could be a pizza. It's like all pizza related.
It's like my favorite episode of the Ninja Turtle cartoons, where I think Shredder got his mind. Something happened with him where he thought he was a turtle.
Yes.
Except like it would trigger anytime someone called him Shredder. It would trigger him to turn back into Shredder.
Did he see a hypnotist in like a stand-up show or something?
I don't know what it was, but I was like, that was one of my favorite episodes for some reason. I think I was a kid and I was like, wow, the mind is so powerful.
All right, there we go. Yeah, these just I think they came out recently. They just arrived in Canada this week. And my friend John from Heroes World messaged me. He's like, hey, I got shredders. Oh, this feels dangerous.
Yeah, man. Some of those things, like, I'm all nervous about bending them.
Look at that. I'm not going to take this off. He does have the shin pads, too.
They might come off. I don't know. Try it.
I don't think so.
So this right here, I actually laughed at when it first got announced. But I kind of like it.
Do you have are you going to get the Batman that goes with it?
Probably. Just because it goes with it. I don't know.
And
I may just put Grim Knight on it. See what it looks like.
Oh, and this robe is... Oh, shoot. It's a wired cape all the way around here, too. And on the collar. Hell yeah. Yeah, I'm glad I got this. Do you plan on doing a review for that Bat Cycle?
Yes.
Awesome. I was going to ask you what you're going to compare it with, but I'm not going to... Don't spoil it. Save it for...
Yeah.
Save it for thing.
I'm going to find some illegal street racing at night. I'll be like, here it is next to an actual Kawasaki.
They're like, get the fuck off the road.
Yeah, exactly.
Idiot.
Here it is next to the girl trying to drop the rack so they can start.
You're like, hold on. You pull out more stuff to do a size comparison in the middle of the race. Oh my god.
No, but it's actually pretty cool though. I know a lot of people saying that they wish the eyes lit up. Pretty sure that can happen. Maybe pop them out and put some LEDs in there.
Well, if the eyes light up, you're not going to get it at that price point. You're going to be up at Mezco Ghost Rider pricing.
Oh yeah, that's a ridiculous.
Something stupid. Do you do any Mezcos?
No, I haven't. I just barely got into Storm Collectibles, so
right.
I'm like, that's where. Yeah, I mean, they are nice though. Eventually, maybe I'll go down that route.
Everyone should go tag Sonny in a picture and Storm Collectibles and get him that.
There you go.
That sponsorship.
Sponsorship. was like, I don't care. Store Critics would be like, we just sent you this figure that we messed up on. I'm like, that's cool. High scores. I don't care. That's how
Okay.
look if he was able to ride out. Could have definitely caught Moff Gideon in this thing right here. I mean, he can't reach the pedals, so.
If you had to do like an
Well,
elevator pitch to Storm Collectibles, what would you say?
I'd be like, hello, my name is Sonny. Do you want 5 people guaranteed to watch these videos? Sponsor me. You know, they'll be like, how do we block his channel? How do we block his emails?
Do you think
I'll be like name dropping. I was speaking with D Amazing the other day. They'll be like,
well, they'll know D Amazing.
Yeah. They'll be like, D Amazing will hit me up. Hey, how did you get my sponsorship from Storm Collectibles revoked? I'm like, oh, my bad, dude. That would be bad. Like, you name drop somebody and they're like, this guy's so terrible. We're gonna drop the person he name dropped. But
we're gonna go with this guy because I want to know. Yeah. I think our fans want to know what our figures looks like next to random household objects. This is something we're really going for.
They're like, oh, okay, so that's what the Mutaro looks like next to a Keurig. Cool.
Next to a Keurig.
Yeah, there's sometimes where I'm like, man, like I get the stuff and I'm like, this is too big to fit on my table. Like, don't know how to do the comparison. Although if I was live with mobile, I could do comparisons to anything at that point. So,
yo,
go for it, random stranger. Hold my phone.
Get him to 1,000. Creating a banner for you right now.
Sweet. I'm trying to get Mando, or as the Mexicans call him, Mondo. I'm trying to get Mondo on this motorcycle right here.
Mondo. I think someone wrote that earlier.
Yeah, when I first saw his name, I was like, oh sweet, they got a Mexican dude named Mondo. They're like, no, it's short for Mandalorian.
Okay. Wait, is that a common name?
Yeah, it's like short for Armando.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I
you
know
have
like
to fool me on these
named
things.
Mondo.
Again, like I don't have many Spanish-speaking friends, or with even names like Armando.
Yeah,
I know. I called you Manny by accident on my live stream because I was talking about Manolo from Scarface.
Yeah, it's cool because like I used to work at a call center, and I'd be like, "Thank you for calling such and such. This is Sonny." And like, Manuel, let me tell you about my problem. I'm like,
that's hella racist.
Yeah, I'm like, God damn, it's like, did you hear my Mexican accent? I don't understand, but yeah, I've been called Manuel so many times over the phone. It's like, they don't even call me Manny. They call me straight up Manuel. Like no, Manny is a child's name. You're clearly Manuel.
Don't want to be disrespectful.
Yeah, and I'm like, no, my name is Sonny. Okay, let me tell you, Sonny. Like, what? I think I'm gonna leave this for him.
That's a big ass book for him, but
I kind of like it though.
It's almost like the pod racer.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, where's this little child at? Had to get him a little baby seat for the back.
No, but sometimes people call into like call centers and they get, I don't know, they're already pissed off about something and they just get really offensive. Like I'll hear people a few rows down from my desk when I was still in the office. And, like I said, in Canada, it's very multicultural. There's a lot of people moved here and a lot of people have accents. And I can extrapolate from what the person is saying is like the customer is being racist. Like I'll hear someone go, no, sir, I'm in Canada. I'm from Canada. And the person like, I want to speak to somebody Canadian. I don't want to speak to a call center from wherever. It's like, no, sir, I am Canadian. This is Canada. Like they just assume it's an outsourced call center from overseas. Like, it's terrible.
I worked at a call center, and I was training a young black woman, and she was taking the phone call, and she helped out the customer, and then the guy just out of nowhere, he goes, "Let me ask you a question."
Oh boy.
can you believe that Obama guy that's in office? And I was like, oh, this is not going to end well. I was like, try to hang up on him, because he assumed the way she spoke that she
Yeah.
wasn't black. He
Right.
assumed she was a white woman, and I was like, this is not good. She was like, yeah, he does have his, positive qualities. Positive qualities? He's like, what? Like, listen to that rippity rap music? And I was like, oh, this is not. Oh god dang. I was like, I just hung up. I hung up the phone call. I was like, I'll take the hit on that. If they want to get mad at somebody for hanging up on a customer, I'll take the hit.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not gonna listen to this dude. But yeah, it's like, yeah, it's awkward.
Something about and I've heard about instances like that, like experiences from other people where it's like, if this person who's racist thinks they've found another, like a racist brother, it's like, hey, you know what? Let's bond over hate. And hey, can you believe this? It's like, even if you were like, why is that something to bond over?
Yeah.
You just assume that the other person's a racist, and then you'll just start talking shit about something. Like, it's crazy to me.
Yeah.
Plasti Adito says Armando Lorian.
There you go. See, told you Mexican. There you go, right there.
No new Razor Crest guy. Bantha rides bikes. Bantha ribs bike. Yeah, I'm kind of excited for that one. I do have the regular release. I have a bunch of the child. I think like the single release. It's a little bit. Do you have the single one? I think it's a little bit different, right? The face.
I don't have that one yet. I couldn't find them. A lot of them.
Oh, really? It's like
yeah.
You can get it for. I'm sure you can get it for a few bucks somewhere because they overstocked it for the hype.
I'm lying. I did see them before I started watching the show.
Right.
And then I was like, I couldn't find them anywhere. Like, what's the Gina Carano plays? I forget her name.
Yeah.
I saw her figure. Yeah, I saw her figure, and I was like, man, that's a stocky woman right there.
Right.
And then I put it back on the shelf. And then, like, I watched the show, I'm like, oh, god dang, she's from the new show, like, that I like watching, so.
Cara Dune, yes.
Cara Dune, there you go, yeah.
Terrible. You know it, but if you're on the spot. Is that Spanish?
Yeah, Cara. Her name is Cara. Cara and Mando.
Cara y Mando.
Y el bebé.
That's my Duolingo voice. Cara y Mando.
I always trip out because, like, on Duolingo, like, I would say that too, like, la chaqueta. Then, like, I'll hear my son, and he'll be like, la chaqueta. And I'm like, how did you get the pass, man? Like, come on.
Oh, when you do the audio?
Yeah, when you gotta speak to it.
Yeah.
So I'm like, man.
All right. I think you brought a new demographic to my channel where a lot of people are going to be teaching me Spanish. So I will have to brush up. I have to reinstall my Duolingo later on.
There you go.
Just so I can
keep everybody just comment on all of his photos in Spanish.
Somebody did that. Somebody wrote, for whatever reason, I give no indication on my review that I speak Spanish. This guy comes out of nowhere with like a full paragraph, and I'm looking at it like, why? So I copied it and I sent it to Plasti, and he translated it for me, and he translated a response. And so I copied his response. I sent it to the guy, and the guy replies. He goes, "Gracias." I go, "Aha, got it."
See, yeah, don't transfer that to me because I'll put all kinds of stuff in there wrong.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't dream of it. Also, I wouldn't expect any less.
Well, it's like in Spanish class back in like 7th grade, I think it was. The only way that we could go use the restroom in class is if we asked the teacher in Spanish if we could go use the restroom.
Okay.
And so a friend of mine came up. He's like, hey, son. He's like, man, he goes, I go to the bathroom. How do I say, can I go to the bathroom? And I was like, I go, tell the teacher, be like, señor, puedo ir al baño aquí. And he was like, all right, hold on. How do I say it? I say, puedo ir al baño aquí. He's like, okay. So he goes up to the teacher. He's like, puedo ir al baño aquí. And the teacher's like, no. And he goes, puedo ir al baño aquí. Like, he had to really pee. And the teacher's like, no, you cannot pee right here. And he's like, I didn't mean to say that. So
I know Akeem means here.
yeah. And so my teacher was like, who told you to say that? And my teacher looked right at me. He goes, was it him? I was like, God, no, it wasn't me, man. Like, it's racist, dude. Like, got all these other Mexicans in here. You pick me out? It's because I'm light skinned? Well, yeah, so.
Puedo. This Marcus Yee knows. Is this it?
Puedo ir al baño. Yeah, that means can I use the restroom? Can I go to the bathroom? But by adding aquí, you're like, here, right here. So.
I usually just say baño and then I'll just point and go like this. Like if I was on. And they're like, we speak English at like a resort and stuff. Like, we speak English, idiot.
Yeah. Oh, I did have a special surprise for the live tonight. So you know how I get the hookup on things, right?
Oh, absolutely.
I got the hookup today.
Do I need to zoom in for this? I'm zooming in.
You might need to zoom out for this one.
Oh.
There we go. So I managed to get the new HasLab Sentinel right there. It's a massive figure. I'm not going to lie. When I saw it arrive, I was so excited. The articulation is on point. And they didn't cheap out. Like, this is figure of the year right here. So glad that I got that today, because I was like, man, of all days to get this, it will be on unboxing day. So that's it right there.
How many weeks have you been saving using those paper towel rolls, or did you just unravel everything?
So I just found some wrapping paper that was almost out, and I took it off.
It appears to be a Sentinel torso and cyborg Spidey arms.
Yeah.
Man, there's Hasbro with that reuse again. The Sentinel Spidey arms. Oh no.
So it does have the pop-off head when the X-Men are manhandling it. Head pops off. Head pop-off action. With that one right there. So, yeah.
That looks
right
like
there,
homemade nunchucks I had when I was a kid.
So I was gonna post a picture, and I was like, I gotta save this. I gotta save this one right here.
I just got a screenshot of it. I'll send it to you. I'll make it the thumbnail for the video.
There we go.
But you have 3 of the figures from that wave.
Which ones?
From the Stiltman, right?
Stillman? Yeah. Peter B. Parker's around here somewhere.
I'm pretty stoked for that Peter B.
Yeah. Actually, let me get that one. There he is, right there. So we'll open that one too.
Yeah, I'm liking that one. I don't think I'm gonna pay the Mafex money for him.
Yeah, what is, you know what he's going for? That version?
Probably like at least $100 American, I guess. They're probably a little bit more than that in Canada. Mexican Stiltman, somebody said. Mr. Cortez.
Senor Stillman.
That's the Home Depot Stiltman exclusive. Yeah, be careful with some of the ankles. I'd heat them up first. I've seen a couple of them break from that wave, with the feet snapping off right at the foot hinge. Oh, I'm on this side now.
All right. I like these accessories. It comes with a little cup.
Yeah.
I do like that. Especially that head. This head that I'll probably use for something else besides Stillman. Try to be careful.
I mentioned this to you earlier. I posted some promo stuff of that you would be on tonight, and a lot of people reshared it, mainly your fans. People who
Yeah,
follow, not some of the people follow me, like mutual friends and stuff, but a lot of it was your fan base. And like you said, you haven't really built up that big of a following yet. You want to grow that, but can you speak on that kind of support?
yeah. Basically, they all extort money from me to share my stuff, and so like I have to kick them like $5.83 each week, and they share my videos. So. No,
583 exactly.
583 exactly.
Well,
On
that's to
pins
cover
run
the
out pin
PayPal fee,
invest.
right?
Yeah, that's the going rate right now. But yeah, no, I always appreciate everyone's support out there that shares anything, comments anything. Like I know some people like, you have a video out there, you'll comment, and they'll be like, "Oh, I like it." But like, if it's something that you can interact with and say, then I'll be like, "All right, cool," I'll interact with them because can't really interact with people nowadays.
Yeah.
Which is it's kind of messed up because like I'll go to the store and like I'll be messing around with like the cashier or whatever, like just joking around with them, but I forget I'm wearing a mask and they can't really read my eyes too well. So I'll say something that's like sarcastic and I'll
Yeah.
smile and I'm like, I'm smiling behind a mask. They have no idea. I was like, they just think I'm a prick. So I was like,
Yeah,
oh,
it's
oh
hard
well.
to get that across with just facial expressions if people don't know you.
Yeah.
This is a. Do you watch Star Wars Rebels?
I don't. People have been telling me I need to watch that and was it Clone Wars? Yeah.
Yeah, Clone Wars for sure. There's a lot of you can if you're interested in how it relates to the Mandalorian or Mondo
Mando.
Armando Lorian. There are specific episodes where they go to Mandalore, um, and things with the war and in Clone Wars as well as Rebels too. So it definitely go and watch those because those are some of their best episodes as well. And this is
Okay.
one of the Mandalorian rebels from the show, Sabine Wren. This is the original version. It doesn't have the updated face paint, but I think it works because I could just throw the helmet on. Hopefully,
See, I like that when they let you put the helmet on the figure instead of just having like a separate head for it.
yeah. Sometimes it ends up being a little bit too big because they have to like this.
Oh yeah, it's kind of big. It
Well,
still
well,
looks cool.
well. Smash Labs Creations. What's going on, buddy? Episode where Sabine hands Bo-Katan the dark saber. Are you going to end up completing that Stiltman, or you're just going to upgrade your prototype?
No, I probably will try to get all the pieces for him just to complete them. I like to complete them, but I'm not gonna make like a 8 foot tall stilt man. Like, where am I gonna put that? In my trophy case? I don't have trophies though, so the only thing there. Like, oh, all right. Guess he's proud of that.
Is there anything you have that anything you wanted to review that you haven't been able to find yet?
It was that Mando and the child. Like when I saw that, I was like, damn, I need to get that. And then
Yeah.
like Target just sold out, or it was that invisible stock that they claimed they didn't have in stock and stuff like that. So it's like, damn. But no, there's nothing really like that. I was like, I have to review that. But although I did see The Amazing Smotaro, and I was like, dang, that would be cool to review. But
That's.
then I
No, sorry. Go ahead.
And I was like, but then, I would hate to buy it, and then all of a sudden Storm Collectors was like, hey, we're gonna send you all our whole lineup because so
That is one of the dangers of buying new
yeah.
toys in the toy review life.
Man, I don't
Speaking of,
like that they gave him a little neck peg. It was a little smaller neck peg.
oh, let's see. Whoop.
Because like I can't do head swaps with that little head. With like the female characters, I could put them on this body. But,
Right.
yeah, which I'll probably do. No, but it's cool though. Like last year? No, the year before, I went as Peter B. Parker for Halloween.
Right.
Obviously with the half mask version, not because I don't have this kind of hair. So I went half mask, trench coat over a Spider-Man suit with sweatpants, one Chuck Taylor, and a boot. People thought I was a homeless person. Like I was like, "Have you seen Into the Spider-Verse?" Like, that's not what Miles Morales looks like. Like, okay, never mind. Like, I guess. Like, so you're saying I'm not gonna win the contest instead? Okay, cool.
Dude, you want to hear about bad work Halloween costume contest? I had from my childhood like a full like martial artist kung fu costume, and I was just gonna go as Bruce Lee to work because I was like, these white people will know the difference. I'd be like, yeah, Kevin looks like Bruce Lee because I look nothing like Bruce Lee, but to other races, he'd be like, yeah, Bruce Lee. So I go and I'm in this outfit. I'm wearing this martial arts outfit all day, like feeling like an idiot. And I hear someone walk by and they're like, oh, does anyone else want to wear? Anyone else here in the costume contest want to go take pictures? We're doing it right now. We're almost done. This is your last chance. And then they walked right by. He looked at me. He's like, anyone else? And then he walked by. I'm like, do these look like my normal clothes to you?
They're just like, nah, he's gonna go to karate practice later.
He's like, yeah, Chinese people dress like that all the time. That's their regular clothes. It's in the movies.
So it's like,
so pissed.
So we had put my oldest in the karate classes, Tang Sudo, and he went for a few weeks, and my wife was like, maybe you should join with him. I was like, I'm not flexible like that. She's like, yeah, let's just join. So I was like, all right. So I did their like 1 month trial, and so they gave me, the whole suit and everything with the
Yeah.
white belt, and I ended up breaking my toe like 2 weeks into the class. So I couldn't even finish. So I was like, I'm not going back. And so that was it last year. Yeah, this past Halloween, I put on the karate suit.
Yeah.
And we were out trick or treating, and some little kid goes, "Look, Daddy, a karate man." And the dad goes, "Yeah, but he's only a white belt, son." I was like, dude, I have a Desert Eagle on me. Like, what, dude? Don't beef with me right now, man. Like, come on. Don't call me out in front of my kids, man. I'm a white belt, man.
Oh my god.
So yeah, it was kind of messed up. I was like, it's Halloween. Like, I doubt she's really a slutty Princess Jasmine, but whatever, dude. Like,
Yeah, that works, I guess, in Texas where you can actually be what you dressed up as because the weather is warmer. Whereas here it's your costume plus a winter coat. Otherwise, you have to buy about 4 sizes bigger so it goes over your jacket. And then it doesn't work. And I feel bad for the kids too, because like you can tell, just from my daughter's like, just my under my hat and my little dress here, I'm a fairy under like this is supposed to be a fairy with wings and this bulky jacket.
yeah, that would suck. Because we have had a few Halloweens where it's been too cold, and it's funny because like if you're downtown, you see all the ladies dressed all skimpy outfits, and they're running to each bar like ooh, clutching their hands together because it's so cold out there.
Yeah.
But I'm like, ha! But it would have been like 80 degrees in the daytime, so there's like no way they could knew that would happen unless they checked the weather. But no one checks the weather.
We have a very generous super chat from the one and only Ronald Ramos, Berserk 69. He says, "Can Sonny do the line from Idiocracy?"
Okay, I don't want to get you in trouble. Wade played the clip, and then he got a notice from YouTube that Fox was claiming all the money for his stream.
Wait, what?
From it, yeah.
Because of your
Wade,
mom?
Wade played the clip from Idiocracy. He streamed it from YouTube on our live chat, and then he was like immediately, as soon as he went off air, he immediately got hit with the copyright. And they were like, Fox is not going to take action or take your video down, but any money's made will, go to Fox. So I was like, oh, that's cool. But like, I go, so am I gonna see any of that money, Fox? I mean, it's like I'll
You weren't
play
even
videos all day.
concerned about his video. You're like, I get a cut of this, right? That's my
Yeah, I was
scene.
like, yeah, like, because I will play my clip on every review I do if I'm getting money back from it. But so I was like, man, I was like, damn, it's crazy. But yeah, so the line, let's see, I think it's Stephen Root that's like going, your order, whatever. And I say, okay, number one, Your Honor, just look at him. And everybody laughs. Ha, ha, ha. And B, we've got like all this evidence of how this guy didn't even pay at the hospital. It was like, oh, I go, and I heard he doesn't even have his tattoo. But check this out, man. Judge should be like, guilty. Peace. Then I sit down and everybody cry.
All right. That was for you, Ronald.
Yeah,
would've
it's
been-
funny too because like I had forgot the lines, but then
Yeah.
people would like I would go do stand-up comedy and people would be like, "Oh, you were in Idiocracy, right?" And I'm like, "Yeah, is that the only reason you asked me to be on your show?" Like, but people would be like, "Oh, do your lines." And I'm like, so I had to go back and watch the movie. Like, man, I gotta remember my lines.
Damn, I should have pulled up the script and then just read with you.
Yeah. Yeah, Fox would have hit you like, "Hey, you cannot show our script." No. I should have just been acting like big time. Like, I have so many roles, I don't even know the lines anymore. It just blurs.
I was an Apple one time in this production.
Yeah. On Monday, I'm sorry, that's a different film right there. No. But because like I've done a few TV shows here in Austin. I don't remember any of those lines. Like,
yeah,
and I was in the show, but I don't remember lines.
I guess no one's like requesting you reenact.
No one cares. No one cares about those.
Be nice.
A lot of people because there was one show that I did where there was a actor named Robert Nepper. He's been in a lot of stuff. He's not like a huge name, but he's been in a lot of stuff.
Okay.
And he kills my character on the show. And people are like, "Oh yeah, I saw that one show that you were in." I was like, "Oh yeah, which one?" They're like, "The one you got killed." I was like, "Oh yeah." They're like, "Man, they should have gave you some lines." I was like, I did have lines. It's like a 5-minute scene, like me and him interacting, and then he shoots me. But that's what you remember? Dang. Okay.
Do you die on screen? Or
I
like,
don't.
do they?
Which
Okay.
I kept telling the director, I was like, "If you need me back for a second episode, let me know." He goes, "You got killed." I go, "We don't know that. The camera pans. Like, we don't know. He could have missed."
That's TV.
Yeah, but it's funny too, like, because when they did that scene, like he's sitting across from me, and we're practicing. He pulls out a little 38 on me, and I go, "I'm just doing my lines," and the director's like, he goes, "React," and I go, "Okay." And so like we start over, and he pulls out 38, and I go, and he goes, "Okay, hold on." He goes, "What would you do if this is not a movie? This is not a film. We're not filming. What would you do if someone pulled a 38 special on you?" And I was like, "Shoot him with my Desert Eagle." He was like, "What?" And he goes, "What?" I go, "What?" I was like, "I carry Desert Eagle. What? What?" And he was like, okay, all right. You don't have your Desert Eagle on you. Someone pulls out a 38 special. What do you do? I was like, "Do I have my 9mm on me?" They're like at this point, like people in production are like, "Who do we have do this role? Like, what is going on? Like the liability this guy brings." And so he's like, "Okay, you don't have a gun on you. You don't have any gun on you." Someone pulls a 38 special. And I go, "Do I have a knife?" They're like, "Oh my God. Can you just act scared? Can you just act like you're afraid of a gun?" And I was like, "Oh, God, that's all you had to say. Like, you don't have to go." Like, now I feel weird. Look, this guy's looking at me weird. Like,
now the
so
guy with
like,
the gun's more scared of you doing the line.
well, he was laughing because he's laughing his head off this whole time. Because his character was supposed to be the scary guy in the show, like the scary character. He's like, "I can't even scare this guy. Like, he doesn't, like, it's not going to be scary to him." It's like I think in the show, like the final shot that they used, I look more surprised. Like when they come up and he's like, ah, pulls the gun out on me. I'm just like, oh, almost like if he's like, hey, is this you naked? I'm like, oh, it's me. Like,
It's
so.
like, Sonny, just act like the GI Joes just sold out of Target. That's freaking hilarious, man. Do you have
Yeah, it was.
Do you collect any of the Joes?
I do. I got well, I have two right now. I have Baroness and I have Destro, Pimp Daddy Destro.
Okay, Baroness
Baroness was.
that one was hard to find.
Yeah, I saw it just sitting on the shelf one Saturday afternoon. I was like, so I grabbed it. And I was like, all right, go ahead and get this. And then I found out how truly hard it is to find it. I was like, dang, it was going for like,
Yeah.
I think like $140 at the time. Yeah. And I was like, that's crazy. I'm gonna ask 120. What? No. Still have it.
These guys are greedy.
Yeah. Like, come on, I'm just doing it to feed my family, not for laughs. Like what?
I'm not. That's funny. So yeah, you mentioned earlier you wanted to do more videos, more lives to because like you can't go do shows now obviously and do stand up. Do you still have that itch?
Like to do stand-up shows?
Yeah.
Not really. Like if someone, like if one of my comedy homies were to hit me up, I'd probably do it. But I'd be like, hold on, how safe is it before I go into this little dark club of yours?
Yeah.
But being that, like, since I started doing the videos for toys and stuff, that gets a bigger audience. That gets more shares, more reactions and stuff.
Right.
And so I prefer to just do that. And plus, I stay home for that, you know?
Yeah. You don't have
Like,
to put pants on?
yeah, no, not at all. I put pants on today just in case I had to get up and get another figure. Other than that, I'd be like, this, you know? I was like, I don't know what your channel's rated, so.
Yeah, because if I had to zoom out for that stilt man, you could have had more reveals than you really wanted to.
Yeah, exactly. But no, I mean it's cool and all. Like I like doing stand up, but I mean like I could post a video of my stand up on my Facebook or whatever, or on I did it on Instagram too before. It might get like 2 shares. That's my dad sharing it twice. But like with the toys, like
Facebook.
yeah, I'm like damn, I get off this, but like with the toy videos, I mean, I posted and people were sharing. You know, that's what helped me get up to the 700 views, whatever. Like, I think it was I'm pretty it was Prime that said that I think Doug Nifson had shared it, my original retro Spider-Man video, and then Prime had shared it to other folks. So shout out to Doug Nifson, shout out to Prime for that.
Yeah, there was definitely a lot of love in the community sharing those early reviews of yours.
Yeah.
It brought a lot of quality subscribers and fans to your different social media outlets. Where does this gun go?
Yeah. I'm just asking everybody out there: is that Peg supposed to come out with his neck or with his head?
Which head is that?
The Miles Morales?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I was like,
because where's the head that you lost? That one, I don't think that one has a peg in it.
Yeah, I don't know where that is.
Plasti Adito says, I found out he had Facebook last night. You're supposed to type everything in Spanish, so I would learn.
Let's see, what are they saying? Yes, the peg comes out, or yes, it's not supposed to.
Yeah, please be more specific. Hey, pay son.
Yeah, it does, son. Okay, it's a little bit different.
Hey. What's going on
there? I got Jace Figs, Payson, Clockwork Orgy, High School Creations, Plasti, Prime, Adam Gonzalez. Okay, cool. I hope they tell me the truth and they weren't just like in some random chat like, "Hey, let's lie to Sonny. Tell him it comes out." No, I don't think they'll do that. Let's find out headless Miles. Dang, so I can't
Thanks
even
for
put.
hopping on, man. I just we were just chatting this morning. Followed each other's channels. Just he does some really cool editing for was it TR4K, I believe.
TR 4K, yeah.
Yeah. And the lady in the video wears rubber gloves to review toys.
Yeah.
That's pretty unique.
Yeah, they're cool people. All of them are with the TR 4K. So shout out to them.
Yeah, I'm kind of, if you're paying $20 in the US or 30 Canadian for this Black Series figure, I'd be seriously upset. It doesn't come with anything other than this tiny ass gun where you easily could have lost it. That's it. No hands, no hand swaps, nothing else. You're just buying Black Series at this point just to make a team, just to say you have the figure. It's not even.
Yeah.
I gotta chill on these.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of disappointed about the Carl Weathers.
Yes.
Yeah.
What does he come with?
Yeah. 2 guns. That's it. What I have? I think I have them in here.
Yeah, and then they have an announcement tomorrow. The Hasbro Pulse Fan First Friday, Star Wars 50th Lucasfilm anniversary. That's a lot of words. They have that event going on tomorrow. I don't know what they're going to reveal. I posted on my Facebook. I'm hoping that they make Ralph McQuarrie concept art figures. So they made them in the 3 3/4 inch back in the day, of based on the concept art, some of the figures, and I have a few of those. But I was hoping to collect the rest of them, but they're not that easily available. But if there's some sort of anniversary event, hopefully they do something like that in the 6-inch scale. And if it just means repainting something and adding a head sculpt, they'll probably do that, hopefully. Oh, sorry, not tomorrow. It's January 29th. That's right.
Oh, it's not tomorrow, Friday?
Next week.
I probably watched it. I watch those all the time just to see what they say. But like on that, the chat room is just like it's a bunch of horrible people in that chat.
No, there's just so many people talking in there anyway. It doesn't. You can't get anything in. You can't even read anything.
So what I found to do is you just keep asking the same question over and over and over and over and over again, and it really gets. Oh look, I also got this girl from the Black Series. She was like $4 at GameStop.
Oh my gosh, yeah,
She comes with like this pork rind right here. Plastic still here. She comes with chicharrones on the back.
Yeah, and it's just the character, but I think the figure itself looks fantastic.
Yeah, and she came with a lot of stuff. Cause she came with like a gun, like this gun right there, and then like a bow and arrow. And I was like, cool, but $4. I was like, yeah, I'll take that.
All right, Plastic came with like a whole paragraph. This is like Duolingo level 23. I'm not there yet. So we're just gonna have to dial it back a bit with the Spanish.
Now he's gonna post Spanish stuff about you at this point.
Yeah, just talk. Like I remember I followed his Instagram, and then I'm just looking at the posts, and then I messaged him right away. I said, I have no idea what's going on, man. And he was totally cool about it. And then we've been talking ever since. It's hilarious. We've been talking about the show Arrested Development.
Oh, okay.
That we're both fans of. And then I've just been talking with him, just chatting back and forth ever since. Awesome dude.
Yeah, that's a good show. That's a good show. And yeah, Plastic's a good dude. Hopefully he gets to his 20K goal this year. Hey, he's shooting for 20K. Good luck on that. We got you. He's gonna get there. He's gonna get there.
Yeah, no easy. Do I watch his reviews? I don't know what's going on. Why I would love to watch his reviews and be able to understand what's happening. But you know,
Oh, Plastics, yeah.
or does he mean Sonny's? Those I do watch.
I don't even watch my review. Just
Do you
horrible
who did you watch before you were you did your own thing?
So when I first started getting back, like getting into actual collecting and stuff like that, heavier, I would watch Shardamus Prime,
Okay.
uh, Unparalleled, and Jay Hernandez. Um, I also saw some guy named Rocco the Great, or something like
Yeah.
that. Like it was suggested to me, so I watched him. But I don't know, man. The more I watch of him, I'm like, it's like I think I'll pass. Just
Oh, he does like the I found all this shit under the shelf at Target
yeah,
hunting kind of stuff, right?
yeah. Which that reminds me of like people that steal from stores. Like, oh man, all that stuff just happened to be in my pocket. Like, I don't know, I got there. So it's like, I don't know. And then because like the other day he had a live stream, so I was just like, let me just see his live stream. Maybe his live stream's a little better. And he was like, hey guys, I just want y'all to remember, you're trying to get my attention. The easiest way to do that is with, maybe a super chat, just depending on you. And
Yeah.
I was like, bro, there's only like 27 people here. You can't keep up with the comments. Like, what? So I was kind of like, man, all right, I guess now next. So if y'all want me to read y'all comment, make sure y'all cash app me and put in the comment section what y'all want me to read. So it was bizarre to me. But.
No, I mean it's a whole thing, right? It's there for a reason. I just had the super chats activated recently, like last week, and it's like, how do you draw attention to it without being like, yo, pay me,
Yeah,
kind of deal, right?
well,
And
I get it. Like it's an option there. It's good to support people, but when you tell people straight up, like, hey, I'm not gonna pay attention to you unless you pay me some money. Like
yeah,
that's what's kind of like, all right.
then it's like, why do a live?
Yeah.
Well,
Now, of
I
course,
used to
like,
message
of
him.
course, because
No,
like
sorry.
if I unlock super chats, then yeah, I completely understand where that attitude is, and I'll completely go that route. But
Yeah. Yeah, like, oh, but once I get it, I'm gonna completely sell out,
yeah,
and I'm not talking
totally.
to any of you.
Yeah, I'm just gonna have a sign right here that says "Remember the super chats."
I have my phone. I'm mobile. I'll walk away from the stream if you're trying to talk to me. Super. But no, like I messaged him on Instagram like years ago because he used to take more photos and we'd talk about stuff, and he was always cool. He was always telling me I'd post something and he'd be like, oh, you shouldn't. He's like, be careful, man. People are really. He would give me advice. He was really chill about it. He's like, oh, I've said stuff like that before and I've got really negative feedback, and just be careful. I'm like, oh, cool, thanks, man. But whatever you put out there on the internet, someone's gonna get pissed off. But he was cool. He was
Yeah,
cool. He was cool to reach out to me and say stuff like that because I guess he's been doing it a lot more, and you can see it. Something he's doing is right
yeah.
because he's got a huge following. I'm not here to talk shit about anybody. That's not my kind of content that I watch, but I get it.
I'm here for the. No, I'm just kidding.
You're like, well, allow me.
Yeah,
No, it's the big flashy thumbnails and the clickbaity stuff that's what gets viewers, right? So he's
yeah.
got it. That
And,
works.
it's like, I mean, I get it. Like when I first saw it, I was like, man, this is cool. Like, oh, holy crap, that guy found a toy under the shelf. And then it was like, wait a minute, hold on, he's finding toys every single day. Like, and it's like, wait a minute, he found a whole case pack under there. Like, what? He found his old jacket under there, has his name embroidered on it. Like, come on. But no, like, I mean, I don't know if it's fake, but it just seems a bit much. So let's see.
He
Jay says
found
he found a limousine.
himself.
So yeah, it's like, oh, okay. Oh, he found his girlfriend under the shelf. Oh, what are you doing?
Well, I mean, it's like watching Storage Wars. I want to believe
Yeah,
they're opening storage lockers and they're gonna get rich every time, but that stuff is staged.
yeah, that is too. But I love Storage Wars too. So
Oh,
maybe that's probably why. It's probably why I still subscribe to the dude's channel. Like, oh, one of these days it's gonna be real. I'm gonna laugh if he's like watching this. He's like, I hate that guy. I don't even know that guy, but I hate him now. So,
I love Storage Wars, but if he's starting to find stuff that's a little bit more personal, like it's gonna tip you off. Like, if he picks up,
yeah.
opens the shelf, he's like, "Oh, look, I found my inhaler from last week."
Yeah.
It's like, okay,
Last week
buddy,
when I
you
put these
must have dropped.
toys there. Yeah.
Fuck.
Let's see if I can keep up with this. I got my other phone going, but it's like slower than anything. So I apologize.
Trap phone? No, the YouTube stream is a little bit.
Yeah,
It's a
my
few
brother.
minutes. Do all of you collectors have a miscellaneous shelf of figures that don't fit in anywhere? Boxmeat Pete. Hell yeah. I have a.
I don't even classify my figures. It's like, there you go. Yeah. It's like, okay, cool. Like right now, I got Moon Knight stabbing Phage in the face with his staff. It's like that doesn't go together, but make my little one be like, oh, that's cool. He must not like that guy. Yeah, you don't want to stab people in the face with a staff. If you like them, that's complete. Don't like the guy. Move.
Vern says mine's not a shelf, it's a box. No, I do have a miscellaneous shelf. I've got Terminator, the NECA Home Alone figures. It's like a movie shelf,
Oh, okay.
movie video game. There's a custom James Bond head sculpt on an Agent Coulson body. The martial arts guy from Kill Bill. I forget his name right now. There's a lot of random shit. So what else you collect? Like Legends and
Yeah,
some Wars, Mortal Kombat. What's
yeah.
out there right now that interests you?
The Mortal Kombat. So I've been seeing that the new McFarlane Toys Mortal Kombat figures have been hitting. So like Shao Kahn. I saw a lot of people keep posting about Shao Kahn being out there. I was like, damn, I need that dude.
Yeah.
And then they're showing that new Liu Kang is showing up, but I don't like that one. He has like a. I keep telling people his face is an angry lesbian. Like I've seen that face. Like I've been in the club where I hit on the wrong girl, and then her girlfriend came up to me. Bam, that's that Liu Kang face right there. And I'm like, my bad, I misjudged. Like, you know, I didn't misjudge you. I misjudged your girlfriend. My bad. Like, you know. So I
So
don't know. It don't look good to me.
so you wouldn't buy that because it would bring back a lot of memories.
Yeah, I would buy it to be more diverse with my collection. I don't know how many lesbians I have in my collection, so I would buy for that reason. But other than that, I'm like, nah, it's a pass for me on that one.
He's on the Kylo Ren body
The
with
Liu Kang?
the giant buff. You know when
Oh
Kylo
yeah,
Ren takes off his shirt and does the topless Skype call with Rey?
topless Skype call. Is there any other type of Skype call to do besides topless? I mean, I'm lost.
Bottomless. Usually it's bottomless Skype call.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna open this one last thing. Dazzler.
Oh, is that the Dazzler? I think I have that somewhere. Oh yeah, I have her up. She's fighting doppelganger on my shelf. Again, it makes no sense.
No theme.
Not at all.
It's almost intentional that there's no theme. It seems like.
Yeah. It was like.
I bought this one on clearance, but I just wanted to go because the costume goes with some of the other X-Men from the video game, the arcade game.
Yeah, the arcade game. It's like I put this figure together just to mess with my son, and he was like, "Daddy, what's his name?" And I said, "Leftovers." And now he plays with this one. He's like, "Daddy, what kind of powers does Leftovers have?" He's like, "Cause he looks like Thanos, but he has an ice arm." It's like, he has whatever powers you want to give him, man. That's Leftovers.
Yeah, man. I think it's cool that you involve your kids in some of the reviews and into collecting as well. I tried, but then Squirrel Girl was a huge bomb.
Smith, yeah. There was one that who did I do? I can't remember which one it was, but there was a figure that I got, and I was all excited. And I was like, "Yeah, look, I got this one." He goes, "Oh, did you give it any points?" I'm like, "What? Like, man, it's your way of saying you don't like it. All right, it's cool, dude. Like, I didn't want you to play with it anyway." But I can't remember what
Leftovers.
figure it
What's his
was.
origin?
What is it? Oh, okay, sweet. They got leftovers on there.
Oh, you know what? You should absolutely do a 4-second leftover review.
An origin story. Like, I just like that he has an ice arm and like lava legs.
So it's like 11:10 now here in East Coast time. You want to go, like, I don't know if you have anything else you want to open. You can go for like another 10, 15 minutes, see, catch up with the chat, see what's going on with everybody.
I'm gonna open up Hawkeye and Theo Logan. Right
another exclusive box set.
Theo Logan, yeah.
There's
Funny
still
thing is, they taped it back up too.
Yeah. Smooth. They went the extra mile to con somebody.
Yeah. They were like, "Oh yeah, we totally got him." But yeah, I was like, who bought this for the Logan figure?
Yeah, for people who are tuning in right now, Sonny is opening the Old Man Logan and Wolverine 2-pack. And after he checked out, he realized that someone had swapped the Logan and not the hottest head sculpt of 2020, Hawkeye. What the hell?
Yeah. And it's funny because it has my least favorite head sculpt, which is that Captain America from the Joe Pixelator.
Was it you who said he looks like a guy who has good credit?
Yes, that's what it looks like. Right? Now I have two of those heads. So.
That one specific line stuck with me every time I see it now, and I'm just like, oh yeah, he does.
Alright, so yeah. Finally got the Hawkeye, which I knew that they were going to hit clearance as many as I saw in stores.
Yeah.
That's all I'm not even.
Is the Storm and Thunderbird on clearance as well?
Yeah, that's on clearance as well. If you can find it, some people are finding it for like $12 right now. So I guess it just depends on what Target you're at.
And that's hilarious because those dropped here first in Canada. And I had a whole bunch of people messaging me like, "Oh, can you hook me up with this? I'm worried that I won't get it when Target, Target will cancel my order. I'm afraid I won't be able to find it in store." Sure enough, on launch date, almost everyone, like a lot of people, got it.
Yeah.
And then now
they even put it on sale like almost immediately, like $40. But it's actually I'm gonna save it for a video. Yeah, so this one away. But yeah, I kept seeing that this showed up on so many people's top figures of 2020.
Yeah.
So I was like, damn, I can't wait for that to go in and hit clearance so I can grab mine.
Oh, I have a fellow Canadian here. He says, I can't get it in Canada. I'm not near anything. Well, the only place that has it in Canada is Toys R Us. So you gotta hope that they put it up online. Yeah, the Thunderbird accessory was garbage. It's not a great figure at all. I felt bad reviewing it.
It looks terrible.
It
I
was
just
just
like this head sculpt right here. This guy looks like he orders a beer and a wine cooler to give to some random girl that he passes. Like, here you go, sweet cheeks. Hands her a wine cooler.
very, very specific scenarios here.
Well, I plan to be this guy like
Okay.
years, 2 years. So I'm probably not gonna have the ponytail. Nature kind of took care of that one for me. But so there we go. Yeah, this is cool, man.
No, it's a great figure, and obviously that other head can go on anything.
Yeah, this other head, which was why I was so shocked that they took the Logan head. And the only thing I could think of, it was somebody's first time swapping. They got nervous, opened the wrong side, and were like, "Screw it, gotta take this side." Took it. Left.
Security was in the aisle. They're like, "Oh, just go."
Yeah, exactly. But I'm like, it was creative to leave the other old man Logan. Like, can't fault them for that one.
That's too funny. My friend Vern says, Kev, do you have a Krang coming up from the south? So I ordered Prime to the First last week. He was on last week. He helped me grab one, and he was super nice. Shipped it out. I shipped it to my U.S. service that brings up parcels from the States, and something happened on that day. It was December 28th. Maybe somebody saw an opportunity, like nobody's working, because the shipping company told me, the tracking says it was delivered to someone. They have this signature policy that like anyone can sign for it, not just the recipient. It could be like a neighbor or somebody, even the driver. So they had outsourced like a third-party courier service from the USPS, and I'm assuming, and it seems like that guy just signed a whole bunch of stuff that day and just took off with it, which kind of sucks because I kind of want that Krang.
Yeah.
The shipping company is really cool. They've been contacting me. They've been calling me and emailing me to like, oh, I want, we want to make this right, this and that. So I really don't think they're the ones scamming me, because I don't think anyone would go to such lengths after you've scammed someone to be like, hey, how can I make it up to you?
I don't know. I've known some crackheads that'll do that to you. So they're like, what? Your lawnmower got stolen? I'll tell you what. I'll come over with my weed eater and cut your grass, but I see you in a bind. Like, why would you offer that? Like, you trying to pay off that lawnmower you stole?
Is it one of those like, oh, I just got a lawnmower, I can sell it back to you? That's
Yeah.
my lawnmower.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the shipping company is
man.
really cool. They offered to give me some credit and give me some money back, and I'm good with it. I got more stuff. Dante from the Infinity Equation, he helped me get one as well. So if both end up showing up, that's cool. If not, I'm still getting one anyway. It's en route. I was hoping it would arrive today. They're shipping it up from the US. So I was hoping I would get it today. I have that and a Mezco White Skull agent,
Okay. I saw
which is
some
really
of those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was really dumb to do that through the shipping service, because if anyone saw that, they're like, oh, look, 1 of 500. Oh, Blake, thank you for the super chat. It says, just because I love, well, he didn't say I love the show, just because, period, love the show. I'm just going to assume that you love the show, or maybe you're saying people in general love the show. But thank you very much.
I think that's a command. Like, love the show.
Yes.
Like, wash your hands. Love the show.
Just because.
All right. I got to ask people, how do I put, is the bow and arrow go this way or this way?
Because you're a gun guy, not a
yeah. I'm like, I don't have any idea about archery. I just know that I got to shave off his boob to avoid the arrow getting in the way. But I don't have a clue which way it goes.
Somewhere.
If you pull him out and he has the bow and arrow upside down, it's gonna be embarrassing for both of us.
Yeah, Mezco does put tape all over their box. Fucking bastards. It should just say steal me. So yeah, I got those coming up. I'll hopefully get those. I'll decide if I'm going to open them. I'll be on with Cheney next week.
Also, hopefully it's come in by then.
Yeah, hopefully. If nothing else.
The U.S. Postal Service, that sucks right now. Like, my stuff gets lost all the time.
I've otherwise had pretty good experience shipping my stuff down south.
So, like, one time I forgot what I ordered. but it didn't come in, and it said it got delivered. So I called them. I was like, "Hey, this package says it was delivered, but I didn't get anything." They had the nerve to be like, "Are you sure you didn't just misplace it?" I was like, "What? Like, man, y'all really asking me that right now?" Like, okay. So, there we go, right there. That actually is.
That sounds like that Chappelle Show sketch, Pop Copy, where they just tried their best to be bad at customer
Oh
service.
yeah.
Are you sure you didn't mess up?
Yes. Oh yeah, because then they asked me, they were like, "Did you put the right address on it?" I was like, "No, it was shipped to me. Like, I didn't I didn't send this to myself. Like, I wasn't in a destination place and sent myself a postcard. Like, this is a package I ordered from somewhere."
Yeah. Oh, that's
But
insane.
yeah, it ended up they delivered it to the wrong house, and so the lady came and ended up dropping it off for me. She was like, "Hey, this was left at our house by accident."
Well, at least it shipped to a person with a conscience. That was nice enough to
Yeah.
do that. That's not always the case.
Oh yeah, I live in a nice neighborhood now. If I was still in the ghetto, I would have gone. Like, they would have been like, "Hey, Sonny," they're like, "Did you order one of these? I got one yesterday." I'm like, "Oh man, it's mine."
My custom Sonny action figure. How did you get
Yeah,
that?
yeah, exactly.
I do like this.
Yeah, that figure's pretty cool. 'Cause she's also flat-footed, right?
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, which is what I like about the female figures that are flat-footed.
it's just a
Not like
clean.
flat-footed, like they don't have an arch in their foot, like they have bad posture or anything, but like
No,
you know, no heels.
flat foot is bad, isn't it? No, it's
I
not the
think it's
heels
bad.
that are impossible to stand.
Yeah.
Looks like you're getting a sofa. Hot Toys is the worst with the shippers that just say exactly what's in the box. Yeah, I guess if you bought a case of Legends, it would just say it too, but it would just be like the code names. Could you imagine
Oh, hey, the
working?
legend collectors in here.
Yes, sir. Legend Collector. What's going on, my friend? Awesome guy. He hauls a lot of nice figures too.
Yeah, he does. He does the Rocco style. He's like, "Yeah, I bought this for $12." It's like the entire. No, I'm just kidding. He doesn't do that. No, he's a cool dude. I did an IG live with him. We did a head swap thing. It was cool. Not like
Oh,
he
shoot.
didn't put like my face on his body. Like we swap heads off. It was cool.
I would love. Is that on both his page or his page? I assume.
It was just a live, so I don't know that it went anywhere from there.
Okay,
It was
I'm
like
gonna have to
if
check
you
that out.
missed it,
He's a funny dude too.
yeah, he is. He does his voiceovers. I like those too.
Yeah, I mean,
But
you two paired up together.
his voiceovers are kind of like how I first saw his voiceover is what I assume people think when they first see my reviews. Because like I'm like, "Oh man, I love this show. I remember from a kid," and I'm like, "I don't remember that language," but, but yeah, they're real good. I like those.
He said we had some fun.
Yeah, he's cool.
The Legend Collector is how I found the Sonny channel.
Oh, there you go.
Man, everybody, I hope you guys do take the time after this to you know what? I'll trade likes and subscribes. Don't subscribe to me today if you're not already. Go subscribe to Sonny, man. Let's get my man here to 1,000. Hit subscribe. Yeah. Wait until the video's done. You know, show a little decorum, please. Okay, we're not savages. We're gonna wait till the stream's done. But you know,
subscribe to everyone.
subscribe to everyone. Go subscribe. Go follow Legend Collector. Go subscribe to Wolfpack, Vern's Hobbies. Everyone here. You know, it's 2.5 hours that we've been going, and there's still 30 some odd of you crazy people here watching us just talk shit, dude. Like I said, I invited you on because you do comedy. I'm a huge fan of. It's weird to say I'm a huge fan of comedy because who doesn't like to laugh? But as
My
somebody,
wife doesn't like to laugh, so
no, that's perfect. That's quite a matchup.
she sits on at my shows like this.
Because she's just sick of your shit at home already, probably.
That's probably what it is. But like occasionally, like I'll be like, "Hey," I was like, "I'll work on this new joke." let me throw it off. Let me throw it at you real quick. And she'd be like, all right, go ahead. So I say the joke. She goes, no, that's funny. I'm like, really? Because you didn't laugh. She was like, no, I get it. I didn't laugh. People who are dumb might laugh. I'm like, what? What do you mean, man? So
Nailed it.
it was like, because one time she was at one of my shows, she wasn't laughing, and one of the comics pointed her out. They were like, "Ma'am, why are you here? You're not laughing." And she goes, "I'm Sonny's wife." And they go, "Oh, all right, moving on." Like, it's like
that's the audience member you don't want to keep going with. There's nothing
yeah,
there.
they're like, "Oh, okay, he hasn't come up, so he might make fun of me if he comes up and I make fun of his wife." So, which I will, So.
But yeah, man, I mean, I don't think there's anyone who does reviews like you in the community. I don't think there's anyone else like you in the community at all, who does stand up and all this stuff. So I really wanted to have you on and chat with you about kind of the stuff. You got some hilarious stories. I'm definitely gonna. I don't like rewatching my stuff, not because the guests are boring, because I just don't like seeing myself. Or sometimes I'll walk in and my fiance's like, "Are you watching your own stream?" I'm like, "It's not like that. I just got to find the bookmarks for each episode." But there's some shit in here that had me dying, man. I'm definitely gonna revisit this.
Yeah. No, I'll probably watch this like 8 more times. I love seeing myself now. No, I do watch them like when I do live stream people and it's out there. I'll watch it again to be like, oh man, I can't believe I said that. Hope my probation officer wasn't watching.
Oh come
No,
on.
I don't have probation.
All right. This is the best part is that I'm trying to sign off, but the jokes keep coming. This is the best. That's the best.
Oh, my bad.
No, I'm not saying it. It's just like it's the talent that it's just like you just have it ready. It's so cool. As much as I would like to keep going, I got a baby crying upstairs. That's what I'm looking at on my phone. And I do absolutely appreciate you taking the time here to share some of your stories with me, to open up some toys, and to interact with some of the people here, all the people enjoying us talking shit.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. It was fun doing the show. I'm glad that the language barrier, you speaking Canadian and me speaking Texan, I'm glad that wasn't an issue.
Yeah.
But yeah,
not the Spanish words.
Plasti was the only language barrier for you right there.
Yeah, that guy. But yo, tell everyone here who's still here what you got going on. Where can they follow you?
Please make sure you subscribe to youtube.com/the Sonny channel, and then follow me on Instagram at Sonny Plays with Toys. Yeah, trying to get to 1,000 so I can do some live streaming. That's my main goal. So we'll see if it happens. It'll happen.
It's gonna happen. It's it's early in the year. It's gonna happen. All the people watching here today will bring you to another 5 more subs. Solid 2.5 hours of showtime for that.
It's funny because I'll watch my subscription, subscriber count, and like someone will share a video or share like, hey, go subscribe, and I'll be like, yeah, and it'll bump up like 4 or 5, and then I go look at it again and it dropped 2. I'm like, dang, like did they go subscribe? And they were like, let me actually see what I subscribe to. Nope, unsubscribe. Damn it. Go watch another video if you don't like that one. Watch another video. But now it's funny though, because the way it fluctuates so much. So I'm like, man. So I'm like, I really should be aiming for like 1,003 subscribers.
Yeah.
When I get to 1,003 drop off, like, oh damn, back at 997.
Got to compensate for the variance there. I checked last week. It's like 75% of my viewers are not subscribed.
See, because D Amazing and Jay Hernandez did that also.
Yeah.
With me, like 76% are subscribed.
What?
Yeah. So like,
wait, why did I sound like Little John there? What? But sorry, yeah.
But so like, it's funny because like I actually like to see when I get thumbs down on videos, because I'm like, that's someone who doesn't follow me.
Right.
That's someone who went and was like, oh yeah, I would really like to know if I should buy Miles Morales. And they're like, this guy just compared him to like a bingo card, like, like, and they're like, thumbs down. This is not helpful at all. Because that tells me, like, man, they came, they don't even subscribe to me. Like, I like it. So,
You know, I've never thought of that because nobody does like parody style, toy reviews. So for that one person who's like, "Oh, Sonny, oh, this guy has that toy that I want." I wonder if it tells you it's like light switch. The
so
fuck?
there was my first Moon Knight video. Has like the lowest score, and that one like got a ton of thumbs down. Like when I first posted it, because like
Yeah.
Moon Knight had come out, but it was so hard to get that I was like, I think I was one of the first people to post a video like, "Oh, Moon Knight review,"
Yeah.
and it's
Oh no.
not really Moon Knight. It's like I took what is that? I took one of the female figures that's dressed in all white.
Yeah.
I threw a bounty paper towel on her, and I was like, "Oh, it's Moon Knight." And I was like, yeah, you can tell because he has boobs and all that. And like that one got so many thumbs down. I was like, yeah, these people searched for this and found my video.
Oh my
So,
god. And like that's
yeah,
nobody else would get that, right? That's like the side of
yeah,
comedy where you just see like, yes, the review didn't work out, but I messed with these people and it was
yeah.
worth it. Like
That's my favorite thing. Like if I can mess with people, even if I don't know what the reaction is, I'm cool
yeah.
with it. Like when I used to live in apartments, the last day I was there, I would always buy like a little small baggies from like Hobby Lobby. You're supposed to put like jewelry and stuff in them. And I'd put like baking soda or flour or whatever in them. And I'd seal them up. And then like I would just like take out light switch covers and put them in the back of the plate. I'd pull off the vents, put a few baggies up in there, like
Toilet
just
tank.
randomly. Yeah, toilet tank is where I put like the whole Ziploc baggies in there, drop them in.
Or like a fake gun.
I wouldn't do fake gun because I was like, I'd just spend money on a real gun. But I should have put like a throwaway in there, like, okay, just carry it in a bandana, drop it in. But like, I just want to know what the reaction is when somebody called in that apartment and we're like, oh, it's too chilly in here. Can you check the vents? And then the
Yeah.
maintenance guy's like coming in, he's like, oh my god, there's cocaine in here. So like, and people are like, why do you do that? You don't see the reaction. I go, I don't know. Like, I can only imagine what the reaction would be.
Yeah. And you know what? Sometimes that's might be even funnier than what actually happened, right? You're
Yeah.
doing that for yourself.
Well, cause like even there was a hotel that I did a photo shoot for a rapper named Chingo Bling,
You do it in
and
hotels too?
huh, yeah, I do, yeah, I do it all the time. It's one of my main places I do stuff. But like I didn't do the cocaine thing there. I moved all the furniture over like 8 inches, so you could see like where the clean lines were. Like I moved all of it over, and he was like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "I'm just moving the furniture." And he's like, "Why?" I go, "I don't know. It might be funny." Like they come in like, they clean these hotel rooms all the time.
Yeah.
They're used to it being a certain way, and everything's moved over like 8 inches at this point. So,
You're
like I
you're
said, I don't
helping.
know what.
They're cleaning areas that have never had any cleaning before.
Yeah,
Okay, Plasti. This one I know. Cocaína.
cocaína. There you
Okay, I watch Narcos. Come on.
go.
And Scarface. I mean, that's when we first started. Like when you first hopped on my stream, wasn't even. I was just doing an Instagram
Oh yeah,
live and I was fucking around in the garage, and we were just talking about, what was it just movies,
Scarface.
Scarface, and movies that I learned Spanish from, and
Yeah, that's what it
how
was.
none of it was useful,
Yeah,
and that's how I learned most of my stuff.
so you learned all your Spanish from watching Al Pacino.
Yeah, the Italian guy,
Yeah,
the Italian guy, doing all of the Spanish lines. I guess there are similarities in the languages. They're both derivative of Latin.
Latin. Yeah, I guess so.
Oh shoot! All right. Oh, my kid fell back asleep.
Oh man, he got tired of crying for you. Was it he or boy or girl?
This is the boy. The boy
Oh, okay.
stood up and cried for a little bit.
Oh, whenever my kid cries, I'm like, you need to learn how to man up. You're 4 years old already.
I
No,
forget.
like when he was little, like 1 years old, barely walking, he would fall and start crying, and I'd be
Yeah.
like, "Hey man, get up and shake it off." And like up until he was like 3 years old, when he would fall, he would get up and he'd like try not to cry, and he'd just shake his whole body.
Oh,
And people
literally
thought
shake
like,
it off.
yeah, like he's literally shaking it off. And like I think it was my mom. She was like, "Is he okay?" I was like, he's not having a seizure. He's just shaking it off. Like, calm down." Like, and then my mom was like, "Okay, because you had a seizure when you were little." I'm like, "Oh my god, how many times did I almost die and y'all care?" Like,
It was during the last winter, the last
yeah,
snowfall.
that's what it was. I had pneumonia when I was a baby, and my temperature got so high, I started seizing up.
Oh
She was
shit.
like, "Yeah." She goes, "The doctor said that you might have brain damage." Thanks for waiting till I was an adult to tell me this. could could have been using this crutch in school this whole time.
Okay, now we're getting into the gangster movies in the chat. Carlito's
Oh,
Way.
shit. Carlito's Way. Let's see. Scarface. I like Blow. I'm gonna be honest. There
Uh,
you go, Plasty. My mom is my number one hater.
hey, this sentence I can translate without really understanding. Pero tu mama, your mother, something your hater number one, Sonny.
Yeah,
I mean,
she
that's
is.
self-explanatory.
See, like if the day I unlock live streaming from my cell phone,
Yes.
I'm gonna have my mom in a review.
Okay.
I will put her right in the review. Like, hey, look, mom, these people want to see you talk about this toy.
That is one of the things that I'm most interested in seeing. What kind of shit you'll come up with on a live, being able to move around, like just because you do your reviews, you're set there, and you got to think of a new thing to do for the next review. But once you have that mobility and all that nothing tethering you to that one style of video, I'm
Yeah,
very interested in seeing what kind of stuff you come up with.
because like I like screwing with retail employees too. I'd love to do toy hunts and just screw with people the whole time.
Sorry, what's that?
Like I would love to do like toy hunt reviews and
Yeah.
just screw with the employees all the time. Like but I'd have to do it like in a city where I don't live in. I drive a few miles or whatever. Like if I'm gonna get kicked out, I'm gonna be like, oh dang, that's my neighborhood store. But
So that's the main reason for the live, so you can do it on
yeah, I
your phone
want to.
to drive to
Yeah,
other towns.
yeah, I just like do whatever. Like hit up a Target and be like, oh my god, I heard that you have a Rogue in stock right now. I need it. And then just start like lifting all the shelves while they're right there watching me. And then like accuse them of hiding them.
Yeah, they probably get that. They probably think you're being serious if that was the case.
That a lot of times they do because I do that like without recording. So I'm like, might as well record that, let everybody
Right in
else
front
see.
of the camera.
Yeah. Like I have recorded, I had to go to the hospital when I got a divorce from my ex-wife. I had to go to the hospital and deny claim of the baby, like because she had a baby with her.
Yeah.
And I recorded it with some like sunglasses that had a camera on them of the interaction. I posted it to like I think it was like MySpace or something. It was a long time ago. And like people were like, "Fool, you were screwing around with someone's medical records, like you were messing with these people." I was like, "Yeah, I was. Got no shame. Like I'll do whatever I want."
Oh my god, dude. There's a This is awesome, man. This has been more hilarious than I was trying not to overhype it, but this has
Yeah,
been this
it's a
has
good
been
idea.
more.
Don't ever overhype that. I thought about coming out too, be like, "Look, I don't know if you've seen my lives. I should just come on like, hey, how's it going? Yeah, so I gotta do toy reviews."
Yeah. No, that's definitely something I've always tried to like if I went on somebody's live for the first time, like they've never seen me, or they never talked to me in person, I would just do an accent just to fuck
Oh,
with them.
nice.
Uh,
Yeah.
but then I don't want to do like a stereotypical Asian accent because that should just, you know, that's
I was like,
overdone.
you need to learn a heavy, thick Mexican accent and throw everybody off.
Well, we can work on that. We can do a live stream where we just sit there one on one on Instagram, and you just pitch me lines, and I just have to
same,
try to nail the accent.
same. You know what's funny though, because like here in Texas or here in Austin, we get uh, like people from like Guatemala and stuff,
Okay.
and they look Asian, but they
Okay.
speak perfect Spanish. They speak only Spanish.
Right.
And people are like, yeah, people from the Philippines came over to Central America and they lived there. And I'm like, damn, I didn't know that. It's like
Okay.
sometimes you get people and they'll be like, no English. I'm like, okay, what language? Trying to figure out what, and it's messed up on me because I'm assuming like, oh,
Yeah.
Cantonese. What? Yeah, what are you trying to speak? And they're like, Spanish. I'm like, oh. I was like, cálmate, güey. Yo puedo hablar español. And they're like, oh, okay, see. And they go all off. And I'm like, dang, I totally misjudged that. My bad.
That was my
Which,
mental block.
by the way, they did tell me that I have to stop calling people way at work. So I had
Just
to
call
work
people
on
who
that.
wait.
Way, like
Oh.
way, G-U-E, way, Y. Because they'd
Ah.
be speaking to me, and I'd be like, oh yeah, it's better that way. And I walk up, they're like, you can't say that to people. Like, I'm pretty sure I can't. He's cool with it.
The Scottish accent is always a hit. The only time I do my Chinese accent is when I'm reading Mulan to my daughter and I play the Emperor. Because I feel like that would be how they would all speak back then. It's like, oh, you have brought great honor to your family, and then it's just super offensive.
What's
But
like my kid, like when I'm reading a book for him, like I'll be reading like Dr. Seuss, something simple. And he'll be like, Daddy, who's speaking right now? I'll be like, that character's speaking. He goes, okay. I want his voice to be, I'm like, what? Like, can I just read you this book and go to sleep? He'd be like, make his voice like, and then I have to read that as the character. And then like I'll read the women's voice. I'm like, oh, and he's like, he goes, that's a girl. And I was like, yeah, it's a girl. He goes, make her sound like, hey, I'm a girl. I was like, why do you want that, man? Like, all right, I'm like, oh, let me get this dress on right now. It's like, all right, dude, look, I don't get it, but all right.
oh, here's the explanation. Way equals dude.
Yeah, it's like dude, but it also means like good for nothing, like bull or oxen or something like that. Yeah.
Bull or oxen?
Honestly, Prescribed Jones said, did I ever go to pizza places and ask for Big Macs? I have not. I do, however, constantly order mashed potatoes at Mexican restaurants.
What the fuck?
I'll always do it. I'll be like, yeah, let me go ahead and get like, especially like for breakfast too, it's weird. I'll be like, let me get two of them tacos right there with bacon, eggs, cheese, sausage, potatoes, and then on the side, can I just get some beans and some mashed potatoes with white gravy? And they're like, I'm sorry, you said what? And I'm like, and I'll repeat the whole thing. Yeah, so mashed potatoes with white gravy. Sorry, we did not have that here. I was like, I just saw the other guy order it. I was like, and because I'm light skinned and like in a Mexican restaurant, they think I'm a white guy. So I go, is it because I'm white? I go, because I'm half black. And then they're like all confused. They're like, what? Like,
oh my god, everyone's hitting me with all these comments. Aquí me tienes de gui. Do I pronounce the G?
No, it's not. It's pronounced way, like W-A-Y.
Way.
That's
Gui.
how you spell it, though.
Yes.
Yeah.
The only sentence
Then
I
it was
know, and
way.
this is my Spanish, my Cuban baseball teammate taught me. It was mi café me gusta como me gusta mi mujeres.
You
I
like
like
your women
my
like you like your
coffee like I
coffee.
like my women. And then the answers usually vary, like dark, full-bodied, bitter. Any of those answers would work as coffee or how I like women.
A friend of mine has a joke. When he goes on stage, and he says, he goes, "I like my women like I like my chicken, white and battered." I was like, "Dang it, man!" I was like, "God, dude!" I was like, "I thought I said messed up stuff, man."
Oh my goodness.
But yeah, that dude's funny. But
Okay, see, I got all these. We're just workshopping that line. We got some answers here.
oh, gooey. I like Marcus Yee's gooey. Hot, sweet, negra.
Cuban coffee is super bitter but super strong. Yeah, I would like that. In no, not moist.
Moist. Yeah, you coffee.
Oh my goodness.
Oh man, moist.
Well, that is the extent of my oh 796 is still here. What's going on, Mario? He
Yeah.
was talking to me today because last week I had a section where I asked everyone in the chat what did D Amazing influence you to buy this week, and he wants me to do it every week because we're just a group of enablers in the community. Just someone
Yeah.
posts something, and just ends up making you want to buy it. And obviously, D Amazing got you with the Motaro.
Yeah, the amazing with Storm Collectibles. I was like, I'd seen them. I was like, man, those are cool. But I was like, nah, I'm not gonna get them. Then I started watching The Amazing's videos. I'm like,
He is the
yeah,
top enabler.
yeah, big time. And I even started drinking more water because of him. I'm like, man, you putting subliminal messages in my head, dude.
Actually, no, yeah, that's right. I usually just drink coffee all day, and once in a while, I'll look at I'll watch a D Amazing video and remember this is my cue to drink some more water. He should put a video every
Yeah.
day, just so we
Yeah.
get that reminder. But now that I've butchered some of the Spanish language, I think that's my cue to sign off here. Like you said earlier, you have Instagram. Please follow Sonny on Instagram. Please follow Sonny on the YouTube. All the links are provided at the bottom. I want to shout out everyone who is still watching, everyone who came out tonight. You guys are all awesome. If you're new to the channel, you're here because of Sonny. Thank you very much. You can hit subscribe, and we will learn more Spanish as we go along. Sonny, I had a blast. This was amazing. It was
Thanks for having me on.
yeah, man.
Glad we got to open up some of the toys we've had. So
Cool.
fun.
So
Fun.
yeah, man, because you held on to some stuff to open, and I appreciate that. I feel like I'm putting a burden on people when I ask them to come on, so they can't open their shit until they're on. But yeah, so for that reason, I am very appreciative. Thank you to you. Thank you to everyone who's watching, and keep toying around. Peace.